what's going on, everybody? Damn, I fucked that up, didn't I? I didn't even do the shots. We off a whole week. Hold on, here we go.
What is happening?
Should have never gave them in words a week off.
Jesus
Christ.
Nigga, man.
Welcome to episode 134, man. You got myself, Law 700. You got Ant. Wait a minute. You got Jarrell, and you got the newly married Ant, the Great One. What's going on, man? Hold on. Let me get my applause ready, man. Huh?
Yeah.
How you niggas mental health?
Now all of a sudden you want to be the spearhead, the mental health conversation. He good now?
Or he might be asking us that real quick to get our shit out the way so he can get into his thing. We good.
Yeah, we good. You see it? This nigga. Man, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna hurry up so he can get his shit off. My mental health is beautiful. I'm good. Nice little Sunday afternoon, man. Sun is out. It's not too hot, not too cold, just the way I like it. I love the fall. Football is on. I'm ready.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say I'm good too, man. I'm good. That's all you got to hear from me. But I want to introduce the Great One, though, because I think ever since the existence of this podcast, you've been engaged the entire 2 years we've been podding, right?
Nah, just the one.
No, just the one. Okay. So half of this podcast existence has been based around a little bit of the engagement of the Great One and his now newly wife.
That's true.
And every episode since a year back, we have been the ring. If you're not on YouTube Live, you don't see it. The ring.
Yeah, baby, that's how we doing it, man.
If you've been listening to our podcast for the last year, bro, Ant the Great One has been mentioning the fact that hey, his wedding is coming up, man, and it actually went down this past Sunday. You ain't hear from us. We was out partying, celebrating, drinking, celebrating love, celebrating Black love. Without further ado, let me shut up. Ant the Great One, the floor is yours, baby.
First of all, thank you fellas for coming through. Shout out to Big J for coming through, you know what I'm saying? Showed me that love. You know what I'm saying? Let me shout out to Mrs. Anthony Robeson, you know what I mean? Miss Janice Jones Robeson. I love you, babe. Thank you for listening and watching. But fuck all that. Bitch, we was live in there, bro. Like, we was live, bro. Shit turned out exactly pretty much how I wanted it, you know what I'm saying? As far as like how everything looked, you know what I mean? How it flowed and everything. Of course, my wife had some grievances. And,
really?
Yeah. I mean, you know, this is not the podcast for that.
Okay. I was about to say, from the outside looking in, it was a beautiful ceremony. I loved it. It was dope.
But you know, when you know what's supposed to happen and
right.
should be happening and shit, you know what I'm saying. But I was super nervous, you know what I mean, until I got out there and seen everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice turnout, bro. We didn't go much over than I thought we was gonna go. Know what I mean? The grub was good from what I hear because I ain't really eat too much.
It was good.
The liquor was watered down, which I was expecting.
Yeah.
And,
it was.
Some love connections went down. You know what I'm saying? My wife was happy. She looked super beautiful. She did a wardrobe change on me, had the legs all out. I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. And you know, it was beautiful to me, man. Like, I had a dope ass time, you know what I'm saying?
It was dope, yo.
Word is life.
Of course, I took wifey. She loved it too.
I think people was kind of thrown off because number one, it was at a ballroom that's attached to a Holiday Inn. So when you hear that word, you hear Holiday Inn, you could think of like, oh, this shit might be on some, you know what I'm saying? Some bootleg looking shit. This shit was dope, bro. Like,
yeah, because that was the first time I actually been to that venue, and it was dope. Like, I was shocked. I thought it was fire. They had the different rooms and stuff from on each side of the hallway for
for the cocktail hour.
Yeah, for your people with the cocktail hour. That was fire.
I knew y'all was going to enjoy it. I knew it was going to shock some people because that Holiday Inn, you know what I'm saying, stigma. But number one, they done stepped they shit up all over the boards. Holiday Inn at the same no more. On a room there Saturday night was like $250 with tax and all that.
Damn, that one is renovated though, I believe.
When we went to go see that last year, they was in the mid, like 70% done renovating. You know what I'm saying? So the parking lot still looked the trash. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all had a vision, though.
Yeah,
right?
I picked it out. I saw everything. They had just built that room where the the cocktail hours where I'm like, oh yeah, they gonna love this part. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we could have had the outside where we went and took pictures at. They could have set that up for us with the fire pit and the benches and the tables and shit, but for an extra $1,500 for 1 hour just didn't seem worth it to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm rich, but I ain't, you know what I mean?
It's not like I don't have it, but it just don't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, but not to complain because I had a wonderful time, but the alcohol was watered down.
Oh yeah.
I
See,
drank
the
too
alcohol
much to
wasn't-
still be standing up.
But
bro.
it wasn't watered down in the beginning though, especially in the
Because we
cocktail
ran
hour.
through it though. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they didn't. I told them, bro, y'all need to have enough Remy. They didn't have enough, bro. They did not have enough. I told them.
They know who was coming. Like,
Right.
bro, we are the guzzlers. Like, yo, we coming.
The
I need
Remy
more.
and Ciroc was going quickly.
Yes,
Bro, the
so
first shot I got, Big J bought me a shot. He was the first one that gave me a shot, right? That was dark. I went up there at least 4 times I know of just for me to get a shot, and every last one of them was lighter and lighter and lighter. I'm like, oh yeah, they were crazy. They think we just too drunk to see it, like, you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, JoeBudden, you might be right. When we was at the I forgot what it was called. You just mentioned it. But Cocktail hour. I think I might have got my buzz from there. And then when we got to the actual seating of the after the event, what's that part called?
The reception.
The reception, yeah.
I, for one, had plenty to drink, and I was waiting for my downfall because I've had plenty of times where I didn't feel it, and then that last one it overtook me. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I did too much. There is that thing to where you can feel you doing too much, and you don't feel it, and then it hits you like boom. I've had that happen.
Word.
It didn't happen, but I still had a fun drunk, if that makes sense. I had a fun drunk.
So we was live, bro.
At the end of the day, we had it was definitely a great time. It was a beautiful event. Weddings are always great, man. Love is in the air.
I cried. Yes, I cried. All right. For whoever want to know, yes, I cried. Like at least 6.5 tears came down my eyes, bro. I mean, like niggas got it on camera.
I hate that though, because I seen you, and then when somebody said, "Oh, you changed this man," you broke that. It was no coming. Like it was like that. Once that realness hit you for like that quick second,
bro.
Oh man, like it's nothing you could do about it.
A lot of it's a lot of things that happened on that Sunday morning of the wedding that could have drove any wedding to like not happen. You know what I'm saying? People don't know about the behind the scenes. I know a lot of weddings that be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some shit happened on Sunday that could have threw everything off, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that, and then just seeing my Janice come down the aisle, bro, it was just, you know what I mean, with her dad, like she floating. You know what I mean? Makeup, bro, it was just moment, bro. Like I want to see her again tomorrow. Come down that aisle like that again. You know what I'm saying? Like. So nah, that shit was dope, man. Like I it made for me the stress and shit made up for it at that moment. Know what I mean, getting her to come down to the aisle to that Jamie Foxx song that I should have sang to her. Know what I mean,
you didn't want to sing that.
Yes, I did. I absolutely.
I thought you was going to sing. You did say you were going to sing.
Did, bro. I told you niggas, bro. I've been practicing and everything, bro. The plan was to sing. This nigga William H had the instrumental for me.
So you was gonna sing, and if you would have cried while you were singing.
Oh, this is performance mode. Time out. Once I'm in performance mode, bro, there's no crying. I mean, bitch, L.A. Reid cousin could have been out there, bro. I mean, like, bitch,
okay,
got this.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
If you would have cried during the performance, though, man.
But Janice a thug. She would have been like, oh, "Come on,
right." Like, what is she doing?
No. As soon as she seen me with the mic start singing, bro, she would have ugly cried. Makeup done. Like,
and then you would have cried, and everything would have got fucked up.
It would have just went to shit. Like, you
everything would have got fucked up. It was
a good idea.
Need to say, bro.
But it was really. No, I mean, I'm waiting for the pictures now because we took some dope pics.
Right. I was gonna tell you, I was gonna make the cover art like the picture of the cake or something. You know, I didn't know if you wanted people's faces and stuff to be seen, so I was gonna make a picture of the cake to be the cover. Maybe we'll do it next week.
No, it's over.
No.
We lost that moment. We lost the window.
I think that was this episode or no episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I was waiting for the pictures. I even went on your Facebook.
If you want to throw a pic up there of us, if you got one ready, you know what I mean? I mean, it's
okay.
totally
I didn't
fine.
know. See, I didn't know if you wanted me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think the
everybody
only
don't like
pics-
that.
I think the only pics we have of us was from the professional. I don't think we took any of us on the phone.
When I meant us, I meant me and Jones.
Yeah, he meant
Oh.
him and Jones. I
I was
didn't know if he
thinking-
wanted everybody to see what Jones looked like. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Everybody
thinking,
don't like that.
Well, you know what? Never mind.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that
never
too.
mind.
Like,
Yeah, that's different. That's why
Yeah.
I seen that you changed your Facebook profile picture. I was gonna use that, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, no.
yeah, we don't really have the authority to post y'all all
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
going
I'm
on
not doing that.
Yo,
all the Apple devices, all the Googles.
Yeah, like anybody could do that. Something with one of those pictures, man.
I just definitely want to shout out everybody who came through, who took time out of their busy schedules to come share me and Janice love in our day and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that RSVP and didn't show up and didn't call us to say they wasn't showing up.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Shout out to them too. You know what I mean?
I did see like it was like a whole table. It was like a whole table on the side.
So we left that there for the overflow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We was expecting some type of overflow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we really didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Which was great. I mean, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that was good. More liquor for us, man. Like,
Nigga, more money for us, nigga. You know, we had to pay for the
true.
food. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
y'all don't even want to know. Plus, I don't want to shout out the venue because everything came together at the end, but y'all don't know what we went through on the road there. They will be getting a half a star on their little Yelp review.
Word?
Bitch. Yeah, definitely, bro.
Damn, see, that's what's crazy. I told you from the outside looking in, everything was beautiful. Everything looked like it went smoothly and shit.
The moral of this story that I'm taking from it is marriage, love, relationships are beautiful, but all the work that goes into it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been around this, you know. But everything, because everybody falls in love with the love part of it. Like, oh man, you look great, you look happy, and I think a lot of people get caught up in it. I think social media did that as well.
Bro.
It only shows people the love, but bro, before we got here,
right,
we hated each other for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Not saying y'all, but I'm just saying like, yo,
that's crazy because
I didn't like you yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Denise anniversary pic. I mean, our wedding our engagement photos.
Mm-hmm.
I had the ankles out and shit.
Yeah, that came off some crazy shit.
I remember you said that,
bro. Oh my god, bro.
I remember you said that, yo.
On
you
the
was mad
way there,
as
bro. We bitch on. Oh my god, bro. And that kind of energy I did not want to have happen the day of my wedding. Though,
see, I remember this though because Ant in the chat he was like, I was almost like, fuck these pictures.
Yeah,
bro. Hey, shit was real that morning, bro. But you know,
that's just how it be, fam.
And then knowing that, you know what I'm saying, I definitely didn't want that same energy leading up to the wedding day. You know what I'm saying? On the wedding day. You know what I mean? Some shit happened. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, y'all don't know. Some shit really went happen. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't enough for it to affect me in a way to affect Janice and fuck up everything. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna let it do that. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So with that being said, nigga, I am a married man. Y'all see the ring. You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
And we can move on now, bro. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Oh, these are Versace, just so y'all know. These are Versace.
Yeah, you want to get the Dave Chappelle first?
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, let's get in Dave first, man. So I'm sure everybody here saw the special, right?
Yeah.
Loved it.
So, Jermaine Green says, congratulations, Ant.
Bro, appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So,
salute.
Dave Chappelle finished off his Netflix. How the fuck is that a tongue twister?
You okay?
Netflix.
This nigga had a stroke on it. What was happening? Nigga can't say Netflix, man. What was happening?
Netflix. Dave Chappelle finished off his Netflix
special.
Netflix. His deal. I was talking about his deal. His Netflix.
Oh, okay.
His deal. And he closed it out with the closer.
Yep.
And premeditated. Like you could just tell that he walked us along.
Right.
His whole contract. The genius of it.
Right.
Of what Dave Chappelle was doing. Named it the closer for a reason. Already got paid for this special. I guess we'll see Dave Chappelle when somebody offers him another check or when something
it'll
right.
be Netflix again. They're just going to re-up the contract with bigger numbers. Like that's all that's going to happen.
That's what we're here to talk about. Will it be with Netflix? Don't know because
how you let Netflix? How you let Dave walk out the door?
Okay,
you can't allow that to happen. Somebody need to get fired.
Somebody did get fired, didn't they?
People are getting fired, but people are staging walkouts. There's going to be some outrage. So if you're the owner of Netflix, you got to evaluate some things, though. That's all.
I don't think so.
No. Okay, so to catch people up to speed, the people who didn't watch this Dave Chappelle special got offended. They just took some clips from it,
right?
And
that's why I said that's my reasoning for them not having, like, the fake outrage is not going to stop anything.
Because if you watch
too much money involved
special,
now,
everything is put in perspective.
Exactly.
You know, it wasn't nothing hate about what he was saying. The shit was just funny, bro. Like,
yeah. But I guess what I'm saying to you is, though, the conversation still needs to be had because apparently he offended he offended people, and that's just the way it is. That is like, when the numbers are the numbers, they are the numbers. Dave Chappelle is the biggest comedian in the world right now, and yes, you want Dave Chappelle
by far, yes,
right.
But when you're running a brand like Netflix and you want to include everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what race, no matter what gender, no matter what sex you claim, when you offend your workers, eventually, I mean, in the beginning, you go, "Come on, guys, get back to work," or they stage a walk off. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they want to protest. I mean, you got a few options: hire more people, or listen to the protesters and their complaints.
I mean, I think you could actually kind of do both. You can listen,
but that's what I'm saying.
But if they still have a problem with it, because I'm not pulling it if I'm the owner or whatever, right?
Oh hell no,
I'm not pulling it. So if I can listen, but if me not pulling it means you're going to quit, then the door is that way. But you're always willing to stay. Like, I didn't have a problem with you here in the first place,
right?
So, like, it's one of those things. If you feel that strongly and you're willing to die on that hill and just change your career or change your job or whatever, leave.
Right.
You have every right to do that. But that does not mean Netflix has to try to keep you. Like, they're not going to do that. There's somebody, any job that we do, we're replaceable.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
No matter what we are, we're always replaceable, no matter what your convictions are, whatever.
Right.
Companies don't care.
So in the group, Ant had asked, can not in to quote him, but maybe he can fix it for me. But can you tell jokes without being offensive? Is that the question that you kind of asked, Ant?
Yeah.
Right. I know the answer. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
It's impossible.
I think it's impossible.
Or they're not jokes.
Right. Or you want to tell a bunch of "why did the dog cross the street" jokes, and that's going to.
But that will offend, like, the cat.
Oh, cat's got feelings.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell, like, why did the chicken cross the road, they'd be like, well, why do you care with the chicken? Like, somebody would get offended about that.
Well, I'm just saying, you can't tell those jokes on stage or anywhere and expect to make it fall. That's all I'm saying. Like, yes, you offend everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's got feelings. Like, whatever, that's the case you get. But I'm just saying, if you get on that stage, you have to pick an audience to go after, and to become successful.
And we all get our turn, bro. Every race has been joked on. Every person on earth has been joked on. If you're a comedian, bro, Asians, Latin people, black people, white people, gay people.
That's the problem.
Now trannies got a problem with it. Transsexual, transgender people got a problem with it now. Like,
I guess that's the problem with, that community wanting equality. That's
they
what
getting
equality.
it.
Yeah, you have to. That's what equality is. Like, you got to get the good with the bad, just like everybody else.
Right.
So here's my thing, though. So, like, Dave Chappelle, to me, he's not the funniest, but he's the man. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can tell that somebody is the greatest. Not the greatest, but he's the GOAT. But he might not be my favorite. One of my favorites is somebody like TK Kirkland, right? I think TK Kirkland is hilarious.
One of the GOATs.
Funny. Yeah, he's
one of the GOATs as well.
He gets his rocks off by clowning other men.
Right.
Like, he loves women to the point where most of his jokes is, who raised you talking about broke niggas who do broke N-words? I'm trying to get away from there. N-words.
You ain't going nowhere.
No, he been trying, though. He said N-words on his post, though. Remember, he ain't say he tried.
He been saying nigga in every episode. Never mind. Go ahead.
But that goes to the point of this special, honestly, right? But back to TK Kirkland, I'm going to connect the N-word and everything like that. Yes, you can be offensive, but what if you're offensive just to your own? You get what I'm saying? Like, if Dave Chappelle was a transgender, you know what I'm saying? And he made those jokes about his own community, it might come off differently. You get what I'm saying? So in a sense, in a way, you still got to pick your battles because there's still some things white comedians can't say to us that black comedians can get away with.
Of course.
So we stand on our sword and we say, hey, don't cross that line. I remember, what's the Mexican comedian?
George Lopez.
George Lopez. I remember he went off on a heckler, but it was a black woman on the front line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was killing her.
Yeah, I remember that.
The question the next day was, whoa, did he cross the line? Because he was talking to a black woman. Like, bro, relax. Like, I get it. Do you remember the critique, though? Do you remember that, though?
I do remember it, but that's George Lopez.
I know, but
maybe she should have shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess I will always take the side of the comedian, to be honest. That's just how I'm wired. Yeah. In the back of my head, like I'm just biased when it comes to freedom of speech. And comedians, I think if you're on stage in the microphone, I don't care who is in the crowd. I will destroy you if you try to play me and I'm on the microphone. Like, I don't care who it is. Yeah. I guess, like, comedians, that's how people think. So, yeah, on, like, if they were in a grocery store and just talking in the aisle, no, George Lopez cannot get away with talking to a black woman like that.
See, I don't know, fam.
That's not the same thing to me.
Like,
that's just not the same thing to me.
I got things getting heckled though. Like, I mean,
yeah, like that mean I get to cut your head off if I got this microphone, dog. Like, what are you talking about?
You, but I mean, we all either have or had. You know how your grandmas are though. They loose with the lips, like they don't care about nothing. Right.
It's different when I'm talking to my grandmother compared to yours.
But if you take your grandmother to a show. And she, this boy, like she like, Mom, Grandma.
And the comedian is killing her.
Catches her.
I'm like, Grandma, sit your ass down.
Like, nah, man. I'm saying, nah, bro. You can't.
You gonna get mad at the comedian?
That's Grandma, though.
Your grandma was wrong.
But you break the rules for certain people. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I get that. If it's personal, I get that. Yeah,
bro,
like it don't matter what your mom do. She's never gonna be wrong.
Well,
I understand.
Put yourself in that situation. You took your grandma in there anyway. Like, why would you take your grandma? To
that's your fault. Dude.
A place where motherfuckers get offended at. Like,
now her old ass getting cut up because she loud.
Okay, so your grandma say, "Dad, that George Lopez, I love him. Look, take me to see him."
And we
like,
take him, and she go there, and he offends her.
Go there and heckles him.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
See, this is why I say it's cool. Because at the end of the day, everybody in the audience paid for the ticket.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pay to heckle me, fam, I get to address you in front of everybody if I got this microphone. Okay. Like I have that right to me.
Yeah.
Well, what about the white comedians that's corny and gotta go to the audience and get their rocks off? Like you getting all these bars now. You feel what I'm saying? Remember how DL Hughley at the end of his show would go into the crowd and start bombing on people?
That was by
design. He was funny though. But he was funny though. You know what I'm saying?
That was by design too.
But you got comedians that's trash that just that don't get no laughs, and then they resort to that kind of tactics.
Well, I guess that's just with everything, any type of art form. If you're good, you get to get away with it. Right. Like Dave Chappelle is going to get away with everything that he said because he's good enough to do so.
Good. Right.
A whack comedian or a comedian that was not known or not that funny could say the exact same thing and he will get canceled.
Right.
You can't cancel Dave Chappelle, yo. He's too big.
Well, I wouldn't say he's too big. I would say that he doesn't have, besides his Netflix deal, which he's already complete, you can't cancel somebody if they're not associated to a brand.
Right. Like, he doesn't have a boss.
That's what I'm saying. So, so it's the fact that you can cancel somebody because they're associated to a brand and don't want to look bad.
But look,
so they can say, "Oh, what?"
But it's Dave Chappelle though. Well, he can go anywhere else. He can go to Hulu.
He can go anywhere else.
He can go to HBO Max or some shit like
that. I guess that's why I'm saying he's too big because he doesn't have a boss. He's the type of person. He already walked away from the biggest deal ever, right? So he has the balls to do so. That means he would not work with anybody that he doesn't want to.
Right.
He will always have his say-so in anything that he does for the rest of his life. He's not going backwards.
After that, 12-year hiatus?
Like he's not going backwards, yo. Anytime you see him, it's because he wants to be seen with that, or be associated with.
He's still going to be associated with Comedy Central, though, because that never stopped. Even after he did that little sabbatical, every special he didn't have the Comedy Central logo on it in some fashion.
And my thing is, I'm okay that people feel offended. That's their right.
Yeah.
Should we feel more offended than we should? Like, no, because we're the only ones that don't take shit. Now we're the only ones that kind of take it. You get what I'm saying? Like the disrespect. Like we're the ones. We're kind of like the ones like music when it comes to how we like the stuff that sells is always violence against us. Because he even said it in his special. The baby killed the man, and we didn't care. But you say something. You utter words of disrespect to another community, and
And
if
you get
cancel them,
canceled. Word.
our music is based on N-word, this, be that, kill that. The second you make happy music, you're dispensable. You're trash.
The only thing I didn't like about that particular joke or that particular parallel, I don't think they're the same thing. Because
And it
the
wasn't
baby,
put in
even
perspective.
because the like to put it in perspective, the baby got off because it was self-defense.
Self-defense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Somebody went up to him and he snuffed him. Cool, like he had a right to do that. He got off. That's why he got off. It's not like he actually killed somebody and got off just because he got off. And he's a rapper.
Right. That's
He
not
got off for a reason. So
right. That's not the best example, but you do
it's
know
not the best example at all.
you know that the people love trauma, like they love it. Like 50 Cent
Yeah.
big star because he got shot 9 times, not
Because
because
he was a dope
not
rapper.
because he's a dope rapper. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like, oh, you got
Well,
shot or you shot somebody.
Him being a dope rapper had something to do with it. You can't be
did.
whacking
No,
these.
nah.
It's mad niggas that was whack and got shot.
Okay,
and
so he
it's still in the projects because they're not good.
him being a dope did have something to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a little bit to do with it. I can't diss him completely.
But you
It
know
helped.
how
But
it is,
you're right, though.
Scott,
Yeah.
If you want
Yeah, right. It
Good
helps.
Morning America for being shot 9 times, bro, like that's kind of
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
because
So-
it's
so-
the story behind
Yeah,
it.
like
They making this man tell the story again. So you got shot 9 times. Where? Like they don't
Word.
talk about nothing else, man.
That whole run, it was about that story.
It was
The
about
whole
right.
like he had to
shots.
relive that shit.
not
every
how was
time.
it working with Dr. Dre and Eminem?
Right. That and about getting shot.
Right.
What happened?
That's crazy.
The dimple in your cheek. That's from a bullet wound, right?
But that's not a cheat. The
Girl,
girl
you sound
like, that's
differently.
cheat.
You used to sound different. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, like
That's
so.
funny.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to us, our culture is basically the negative parts of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we, in a sense, I was sitting back thinking, like it's okay that they feel how they feel, whether they wrong or right.
Yeah.
But we stand together as a community. We really don't do that. We're the only ones that don't do it. Don't disrespect them people about the Holocaust. Don't disrespect 9/11. Don't disrespect the
Right.
Right. Spanish community. Don't
Yeah, you
disrespect
can-
the Asian community.
You know why, bro? You know why? Because every country, every person you talking about, every other community you talking about, besides the LGBTQ community, they got a country that backs them, bro.
Mhm.
We don't have no country backing us as black people. America has shown they don't back us. You know what I'm saying? But disrespect somebody from the Latin community, they have a country that they can call on to, and bitch that got they back. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
have that.
I mean, this past year, the whole bill with the Stop Asian Hate, that kind of proves that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What happened to the Stop Black Hate?
There's no business with black.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't
Yeah,
make it.
they don't have no
like,
business. You know, you got
just-
Koreans tied up in here with business, China.
Yo, and
Japan, like
they got that
Taiwan.
bill. Hold on, though, fam. They got that bill during a pandemic. Niggas weren't even outside, really.
Bro.
They
And
got
on
the
top
Stop
of that,
Asian Hate shit.
it was only bro, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of abuse. Bro, they
Right.
had about 3 weeks of abuse.
During a pandemic where half niggas was still in the house.
Bro,
We've been getting lynched
Yeah.
since the 1800s, since the 1700s.
bro,
Like,
they
what's
had
happening?
they had like a rough weekend, bitch, and they got a bill.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Nigga said a rough weekend.
So
No, they wilding, bro. I'm just talking about,
yeah.
bro. In comparison to what we've been through as black people, bro.
Yeah, no.
Bitch, they had a rough weekend, bro. Fuck all that, bro. Let's call it what it is, bro. I'm not trying to play that and downplay their situation, bro. But we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of this shit, bro.
Yeah,
And
man.
ain't nothing been done for us.
Now
We got Juneteenth.
yeah, we got June.
We got Juneteenth.
We got Juneteenth off.
And niggas set off fireworks and cooked out.
But what
we
came
had to
first though?
we gotta celebrate the time we got free, nigga. Like,
And on top of that, we got to share it with everybody else in America.
But what came first? Our Juneteenth Day or the Asian hate bill? Because I think
I
was
think
kinda-
our Juneteenth came first.
but
I
they
think
was
our-
like kind of like back to back though. Like
That's what
shit
I'm
they-
saying,
came
though.
first,
it was close.
But that's what I'm saying. Once we got our shit, niggas, oh my God, we need something too. Like, damn, let us breathe for a minute.
Right.
It's the little breadcrumbs we got. But to Ant's point about not having anybody back us, when I went with my aunt to that African festival that we had,
Mhm.
listening to them talk kind of corresponds with what Ant is saying. If you actually follow your ancestors or the people that's actually from, because my family traces back to West Ghana, Africa.
Okay.
I know where I'm from.
Right.
A lot of us don't know where we from, but if you
Exactly.
actually did, the way they talk, they'll tell you that the way we live in is foul. You get what I'm saying? But if we actually study where we came from and had that backing, then it'd be different. But you can only fit that community is so small that we went to in Philly, it wouldn't impact nothing. But so Ant is right. Like when you talk about the Latino community, the Asian community, or whatever, whatever, like
the Indian American, the Indian community,
Native Americans, baby. I honestly, I learned that they're called Indians because Christopher Columbus was trying to find India.
He thought he was an Indian.
Right. There ain't no Indians.
So technically, they're Native Americans.
Yeah, I know what you. Yeah,
they're not even Indians. Like Indians is an insult.
I don't like having talks like this, man. This should be making me angry, man, because it's about how much we still have so much ground to cover, man. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And everybody else getting theirs but us. Like,
and this is what Dave Chappelle was talking about. I'm jealous. I'm jealous too. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, all y'all getting these perks? I'm jealous of y'all.
Well, I don't know about the Native Americans because remember their land still was taken.
Yeah.
And plus there is still Cleveland Indians that they didn't change their name yet, and the Redskins just changed their name last year. So it's not like the Native Americans. It's not like they gave them casinos and said, yeah, we get the rest of it.
And guess what? They're not even them people who run them casinos, they white people. They're not even indigenous Americans.
Not all of them, right?
Most of them aren't.
Right.
Oh my God, I hate having talks like this.
I got you. It's like what Dave Chappelle was saying, because I felt like that when it came down to mixed couples. That's how I feel. I feel like when the shit get hot, you get to choose what side you want to be on. Like, you love a black man until shit get hot.
You see this nigga face?
Yeah, I'm like, what you about to say? Like, you about to get into a place I might not want to go to. Who you talking
about? No. This is basically a piggybacking off what Dave Chappelle was saying about how sometimes the transgenders, how they be, sometimes they're black or white or whatever, or when they fight,
that's what it really is about. Because Dave said, I have no problem with gay people. It's the whites.
Yeah, it's like
if you've been listening to me my whole career, transsexuals and gay people should not have a problem with me. It's the whites.
But that's my point. It's like you can be in an interracial relationship, but as soon as shit hit the fan, I don't want my kids going to that school. I don't want my kids wearing these. I don't want that. Like, but you don't embrace the entire culture sometimes.
White privilege is a real thing that people sometimes don't think it is real. It's real, and a lot of people, like you said, interracial marriages and whatever, they use that to suit them.
White privilege is, as John Gruden said. I don't think I said it, but if I did, my bad.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but I believe it's like that, especially.
He said that.
He
ain't say that, bro.
Hey, Drew, he said some shit like that, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't say that, like bro.
He did say something like that.
Oh, man.
I don't remember saying anything like that, but if I did, it's the if I did part that
gets I did, like, all right, my bad, I'm sorry.
Damn. Yo, that's crazy. Is he
fired? Fired the next day, yeah.
Okay.
He got fired the next day. I'm mad Jay not on here because he a Raiders fan, but knowing Jay, he don't care.
He ain't want to be there anyway, man. He ran for the money, bro. I think he took the money, bro. $100 million for 10 years, I would have ran. I took that shit.
Yeah, anybody would have took that.
I would have took that shit too.
They still got to pay him though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but back to the I don't know, the being white and gay. I guess I would think that white privilege still exists, especially when it comes to feminism and gay people, because they feel that part of the oppression. So, but they don't really realize you still have white privilege to go along with it.
Man, niggas not
so it's not the same type of oppression. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not even oppressed though. I don't even like. They not.
No, some of them are. I think it really depends on the situation. I don't want to say they're not oppressed. They are. Like, because you can tell by our language and the way we treat homosexuals that they're oppressed in some way. But it's just that when you're white, you still have that type of privilege that you can get away with certain things that black gay people can't. The same like with being feminist.
I'm a feminist.
When I'm a feminist too, but when white people, like white women, think that their view of feminism is completely different than what a black woman's view of feminism is. They're not fighting for them; they're fighting for themselves.
Right.
They don't fight for black women. They're fighting when they say women. It's really for white women. They have to put that racial element into it, or it's fake.
Right. And look hey man, look what light skinned people did to us. Any way you can get out, you get out. Like when you got an ounce of privilege, you will take advantage.
So glad I'm brown skinned.
Like if Ant was just like if he was like just stay inside for like no summers for like 5 years, that nigga be all off the pod and shit. He'd be making money somewhere.
Because of the light skin? Wow.
Because of the light skin, this nigga.
It's a privilege. You're going to take it. It's a privilege. Not a lot of people. First off, shout out to the people that stand with us on the front lines. I'm not going to violate everybody.
Oh yeah, we just and plus these is jokes anyway.
Yeah,
because I almost said I had like 3 Terrence Howard jokes in my head just that because it's not like he been getting off on his acting talent all these years, nigga. I'm sorry. Shamar Moore is mad light-skinned niggas that can't act worth a damn.
Yeah, he's super trash. I watch him on Criminal Minds from time to time. He's trash, bro. Damn.
LLcoolJ. You want to talk about it? Okay.
Stop it. No, okay. You got to think about it. He's a rapper. He was a rapper turned actor. He's one of the best rapper turned actors ever.
That nigga has been God in every film since God. Bitch. He is God in every film, bro. Like
Ice-T, that dude too, though.
Nigga.
Yo. And he light.
He's not.
He's fair. The people aren't afraid.
They give him 3 lines an episode now, bro. He not.
I haven't watched it ever.
But look, Ice-T is safe on TV because he's Ice-T's white, bro.
Yo, Ice-T was light skinned and he had a ponytail.
He white, bro.
Ponytail, bro.
And he had a ponytail. But the thing is, though, you can't say that because of his history. Ice-T was a real nigga, yo. We can't do that.
He was that nigga.
Like he made colors, so I can't say that.
Okay.
Cop killer. We can't talk. We can't disrespect Ice-T.
I'm just saying, privilege is privilege, bro.
He was light skinned with a ponytail, though.
He light skinned with a ponytail, bro.
Talk about colors, nigga. Shut up.
Colors, man. Like, come on, man.
Ain't no cop stopping you, cuz. Like,
yeah. You look like them. Like, bro, put a man.
You know what it was? The only reason they stopped you because your boys don't look like you. That's why.
Yeah.
The people that you was hanging with, yeah.
Don't Ice-T got green eyes?
Stop it. See, why you keep...
All right. I'm just saying.
Damn.
We can move on, though. We could definitely move. What else we got to talk about, man? We got a lot
today? Today is Sunday. Y'all know what's happening tonight, man.
No, I was about to say, Frost, since you saw the did you see all of the concert, or you went off last night about the Jamaican concert? I had pictures and stuff about that.
Well, I told you once. What's his name?
Barrington Levy?
No, the headliner.
Supercat.
Once Supercat came on, I was ready to play the Xbox, so I got off right.
He wanted to play 2K.
So wait a minute, you saw the whole thing but didn't see actual Supercat? That shit was fire, fam. Like he killed it, man.
Yeah, shout out to Supercat. Shout out to them, man. They did a great job. It was a dope show.
Wyclef was there.
Yeah, I got a couple pictures. Let me
I wasn't paying that $3 though, bro. Fuck that, though.
This is the venue. It was in the Barclays.
$3. Y'all paid the $3?
I got it for free.
How you? Never mind. I'll see you later.
See, that was the venue. That's what it looked like at the Barclays. It was a dope show. They had 2 boxing matches beforehand.
I heard they was trash.
I mean, there ain't nobody really fighting. One of the dudes looked like a old ass Tony Danza nigga, but he knocked the Brazilian dude out.
Yeah,
that was super funny. Hold on, we could talk about Busta. Actually got on stage.
Oh, Busta performed.
A little bit. They gave him the mic. Wyclef told him to get on stage. He got on stage. He did a little bit, but then it said, tell Versus to give me a proper opponent, and I'll be right back.
Man, nobody's going. Man, it's over, Busta. You are. Nobody's going against you.
I was thinking that too. It's over. Like
it's scared, man. Everybody's scared, fam.
It's a rest, especially since Fat Joe co-signed the scaredness. Bitch, it's over. Like ain't nobody getting in the ring with him. Missy needs to do it and just shut him up, yo.
Yeah, that's but it's smart though. Okay, but let's talk about the people that's protecting their brands though. It's smart.
That's Supercat too. Yo, and if you would have saw him, I saw him get on stage, and even the little minute that he took Spliff Star went up there with him, like they was there. Man. He killed it for like a minute. Killed it for a minute and got off stage like it was nothing. Like somebody got to stand in front of that and gonna lose. Like,
bro.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like Versus can make you change the narrative of someone's career, right? We know how dope Busta is, but somebody else might have had a better career in a sense where, they felt like you might put them higher than Busta just because of their little run he had, like 50 Cent. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh man, the impact he had, or whoever. Mm-hmm. Then if you actually I don't want to make this about 50 Cent, but if you put anybody up there against Busta, it can make you look like, damn, maybe he is better than Jay-Z or better than this guy or that guy. You get what I'm saying? Who wants to go up there and ruin their brand? Like, I think the Locks took that battle against Dipset, like, bro, they're not beating us. You get what I'm saying? Like,
like, man, I don't know what y'all talking about, but they're not beating us, fam.
Yeah.
Like,
go back and look at the footage. They was like, yo, bro, these niggas, like, we cool with them, but the niggas is not beating us. You get what I'm saying?
Fucking with us. That's what they kept saying the whole night. They can't fuck with us.
Now, I got a couple of videos. KRS-One was there. Big Daddy Kane was not there. Big Daddy Kane was probably asleep, chilling. You know, they in the older age now. KRS-One got all the energy in the world. Or he might have been in the gym, right? KRS-One was actually at the fight. I got a couple videos. Hold on.
Right now, King. You said where you at, King? We in the theater of war. I just came from Nostrand Avenue and Church Avenue. I'm so curried and akied and roadied up. It's crazy. I just saw a dude get knocked out on stage live. Yo, it's gonna be seasick. We're gonna rock this. Seasick? Seasick. No, and not seasick like the water. You're gonna see the sick. Woo!
Old school, nigga. Old school. Look. Roland love that shit. Yeah.
I got another one too that he actually talked about. Basically intro and verses for tomorrow night.
Yo, what's up? It's a Blast Master KRS-One. Y'all know what it is. Tomorrow it is so live and on. HipHop wins tomorrow. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. I'm pulling no punches. I'm cracking necks. Be in there tomorrow. Bloodthirsty.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be nice tonight. I can't wait.
I want to listen.
Can't
I know we talked about this 2 weeks ago, but there's been a lot of interviews with people going with Kane. I don't see it.
Fam. I told you I'm going with Kane.
This is I don't get it.
I think you have a misconception of who Big Daddy Kane was, fam.
I know who Big Daddy Kane was.
I don't think you do. Because you would not be disrespecting this dude like this.
I'm not. See, here's the thing. I'm not. See, this is what I just talked about with the Busta Rhymes, right? We know their catalogs. But to me, KRS-One has that catalog. I think KRS-One should have battled Busta Rhymes.
No.
Yo, Rolling, real quick in the chat, yo, let us know who you got on this versus tonight. KRS-One or Kane, yo. I want to know.
Wait a minute. No.
Think, bro.
Nah.
The energy. The
Nah.
They both got that. And I know KRS-One is from the Bronx, but I think Busta and KRS-One both have that Caribbean heritage inside.
They do.
So it's the energy that I'm saying.
I don't think that's just. That's not fair to either one of them for different reasons. I think if you're gonna judge KRS-One, don't get it with somebody that's younger, that's gonna be all over the stage like Busta. Don't do that to him.
I guess.
And then on the other side, don't do it to Busta because that's KRS-One over there, fam. Like he should be going up against. They're not peers.
I guess. Right. But wait. When T.I. said that, you clowned him. It's the same.
But T.I. and Busta shit overlap way more than the two dudes you're talking about.
And like nobody got called out in the battle that y'all talking about.
Right. Nobody got called out. Tip calling niggas out.
I hear you, but the same thing. But I'm just saying what Tip said. Tip said Busta is before him, and you're saying that Busta. You saying that KRS-One is before Busta. So if Busta was, if they was,
but I'm saying T.I. was. I'm saying T.I. is wrong. He was not before him.
But I'm just saying
they had hits out the same time.
Whether what's the facts or not, it still sounds like
he just lied because he's scared, and you're running with it. That's what I'm saying. He lied because he's scared. Okay. That's what it all boils down to. He didn't want the smoke.
He talking about that leaders of the new school wave, the woo-ha wave, and all that.
They ain't got to do no damn leaders of the new school stuff. What you gonna do? My PTA and that's it. He's not gonna do leaders of the new school, except for scenario.
So what if he did the versus scenario? It's one song. You got 19 more. You got 19 more to go, bro. Like okay, scenario.
Woo-ha.
Like us, like play.
Ain't got nothing for woo-ha. Ain't got nothing for flavor in your ear. Like it's mad joints that Tip's scared of, and that's why he said what he said. It's a generational gap.
And he's scared of that performance too.
When this nigga did Flavor in Your Ear remix, Tip was probably like in junior high school or some shit, yo. Like,
yeah, what he gonna play?
Nothing.
Can't do that. You just gotta look at him.
I hear you. So what time is the battle tonight? Like 7, right?
7.
No.
Yeah.
It's not that early.
It's 7, bro.
Nah.
Yeah. Look it up. It's 7 o'clock.
That's early as hell, fam.
These niggas is 53 years old and shit, bro.
That don't mean nothing.
They can't rock till 11 o'clock tonight, bro.
Yes, they can. Man, stop.
They can't rock till 11 o'clock tonight.
They're not that old, fam. Hold on. Check Roland out. Roland said they're both are hard matchups. So honestly, depending on the songs, they can go either way. Having Kid Capri and DJ Scratch as their DJs would be that would be
they
dope
DJing
too.
tonight?
I don't.
Scratch is for Kane. I know that because I saw the post where Scratch said he was honored to DJ for Kane.
That's nasty.
I know Scratch will be
there. Yeah, that's nasty. And I hope they go at it too, if that's the case.
Nigga, take it back to the 80s on niggas for real, yo.
And Kid Capri and KRS-One, that's a nice little matchup too. That's nice. That's a nice pairing.
I gotta call my uncle, yo. This nigga definitely gonna want to see this tonight. I gotta walk him through how to get on Fight. I got.
I'm glad you said that. And if you have any uncles that don't know how to work IG, help them out tonight.
Right?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta walk you through it, man.
y'all niggas are so disrespectful.
Remember we had to help our grandmas and aunties out for the Patty LaBelle joint.
Not that old, man. I hate y'all niggas so much. You act like these niggas. You act like Smokey Robinson and Stevie Wonder gonna be on stage.
Yo, these niggas gonna be pissed they can't find a Kane show. What the fuck?
Mad as hell, yo. They little with their ballies on. Niggas gonna have ballies on tonight, nigga.
Y'all acting like this gonna be Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Ozzy Brothers, nigga. They not that old, man.
But look, we live in dog years in hip hop, bro.
They got songs in the 90s,
bro,
nigga.
In hip hop, we live in dog years, nigga. So in essence,
you're right. It seems like a long time,
bro. 86 was wild long ago, bro. Think about
I'm saying they got hits. Both of them got hits in the 90s. That's what I'm saying.
In like what, 91, 92?
Nah, fucking Return to Boom Bap came out. Return to Boom Bap came out like 96, 97.
Let's not act like we wasn't critiquing KRS-One last year. KRS-One got music in 2020.
We're not counting that, fam. Don't do that. No, we're not doing that.
You better not play nothing off that.
Why you do that? See, now I forgot all about that. That was garbage. I hate you right now. Why you do that? I forgot all about that bullshit ass stuff. That was trash. We was like,
come on, teacher. Come on, teacher.
Like, what was this? Who did it? Whose nephew did this beat?
Like we said, it was the beat. KRS-One is still KRS-One.
Exactly.
If you like KRS-One back then, you like him now.
I say that all the time. It's never the rapper when it comes to these songs. Usually, is the verse. It's never hardly the verses or the rappers. It's that these beats that they be picking or the song in general be whack as hell.
Shout out to Jadakiss. He's a victim.
Shout out to Jay-Z. Is a damn victim.
Hove is a victim. Nah, every rapper get it. Oh yeah, well you talking about that him and Pharrell shit. I think he did Pharrell a solid, bro. Just did Pharrell a solid.
I refuse to listen to it again. Like I don't even
heard it, but one time, bro.
I don't even remember what it sounds like. I just know it was whack, and I'm not listening to it again.
You know what's crazy? Not crazy, but sometimes I always think about when the Beats headphones came out, and you got a different listen to certain types of music, and you realize what you've been missing for so long. Because sometimes you have some dumbass headphones that don't capture the sound.
Right.
A lot of the songs that we feel is trash might sound fire in that studio though. Like the instruments that we don't hear unless you was there. But by the time you get to it's kind of like recording an adult video on your iPhone, and by the time you upload it to the socials, it kind of like diluted it.
Yeah.
Like you recorded some shit in 4K, but it come out 1080 1080p. It's like this shit is not what I
formatted right. Yeah.
Right.
I'm better off watching this video on my phone instead of uploading it to the computer. But I think a lot of time that's music. When you hear that shit loud, it can trick you to think that shit hot. But when you get it in a regular system, like, oh, this shit not that good, bro. This shit is ass. I mean, so sometimes you can fall victim to that.
I did that. Like songs in the club hit different than what they do in your headphones type shit.
You know, when it comes to certain music, I think the opposite effect happens too. Like I think, like we was talking about Donda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to listen to that on a system.
Probably.
I put that shit on the bigs. Some of that shit is pretty phenomenal, fam. I'm not gonna lie. It's just rapping. I don't care about them lyrics.
But the music though.
I'm just talking about the music.
Yeah.
Kanye put his foot in his ass. Like some of that shit is fire.
Well, he might have to put out an instrumental album then.
But like if you just gonna listen to it on the humbug, just like in the background low and stuff like that, yeah, you're not gonna feel that album. I wouldn't feel it either.
Speaking of Kanye West, he produced the Takeover record. And I wanted to talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Because I was listening to what was I listening to? I think I was listening to one of Papoose' albums. And Papoose Papoose has dropped an album every month and they've been fire. I know I make jokes about Papoose, but I've enjoyed those albums, fam.
I listened to the last one. Pat nice. Like he nice.
He nice.
And he picking beats better too.
That's what I was saying too. Because that that shit that he had, the Narcotic America shit he had, it was something off about that. Like he's a bad beat picker. But then as I'm listening to him now, like, yo, you picking better beats, as I was saying in my head.
That's why his music is better. We just talked about that. It's not about the rapper. Like
So second round knockout comes on. I haven't heard this song in so long. And I'm listening to this shit, and I'm like, yo, nobody talks about this as at the time when this dropped, people thought L was in trouble.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people just want to talk about Takeover and say, damn, Nas is in trouble.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, man, what song did you feel like the artist was more in trouble? Because
Takeover by far. I thought Nas was in trouble.
I thought it was over for Nas, bro. I swear to God, I thought it was over.
At the time, Nas was down bad.
Yeah.
Nas was fresh off the Uchi Wally verse for sure.
Fuck that verse. Like that shit was trash. Like that was like he picked the right time to kick a nigga while he was down. Like
Summer Jam, perfect timing. All that shit, everything fell into place.
That Takeover was masterful, son. Like he took down Nas and Mobb Deep at the same time. How is that possible? The Mob? Think about it.
To us, that's huge. Yeah. I said it to myself. Huge. Takeover wins because, bro, maybe it wins because Nas and P was my two favorites, and if you get your shit off on both of them, nobody has ever done that.
At the same time,
that's what I'm saying. Nobody's ever done that.
If you got a beef with Nas, like
said names and everything, like
LL has been dissed a million times. Nobody has this Nas and P on the same record.
At the same
time, my knowledge.
Right.
So yes, I thought he was in trouble, but fellas, let's talk about it though.
Get it?
Second round knockout.
It's LL on the other side though.
Okay, so once again, yesterday I'm watching the Who Do You Love Lounging remix, right? Video. LLcoolJ is pouring chocolate syrup on a young lady at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. There's no
you say it 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Hey, he just empty the whole.
You know what time it was, man. It could have been late evening. On the West Coast somewhere.
I don't remember what he's talking about, nigga. It was like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like after school hours, nigga.
Like what's the point? What is the point of this? Like, what is the purpose? Why are you doing this?
Ladies love Cool J, bro.
So
Ladies love Cool J.
Yeah, what's your gripe with that? Why can't a nigga do that?
Because we're not doing that, bro. Keep it a buck. We're not doing it. That's what we
not LLcoolJ, fam.
Yeah, exactly. We not LL though. Nigga. I'm not mad at that, though. I'm not mad at that, bro.
He made pink cookies in a plastic bag. Somebody might let him pour chocolate down them at 3 o'clock.
Okay, but okay. I'm just saying, bro. But what's next? Because all the videos.
What's next?
I'm just saying the video shows him taking his finger and scooping a bit of chocolate and licking it off. Meanwhile, she's covered in Hershey's hot chocolate, buddy. What are we doing?
Like you bringing mangoes out? Like what's happening? Like why are we?
That's what I'm saying. What's the next? Like that's where my mind goes, man.
On the block though. That's
okay, hold on, though.
Yeah,
what the hell does this have to do with second round knockout?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it tied in, bro.
I'm getting there. I'm saying this is where LL mine was. This is his second song.
So you saying he was down too? Like he might have been down.
But listen, think about it, because remember we call
he in the chocolate porn phase, like he ain't trying to battle nobody. That's what you saying?
Remember what do we call LL off the Hey Lover joint? Because he was hating on my man. Besides, only knew him 5 months.
Oh yeah,
Dirty Mac.
Dirty Mac.
Y'all didn't realize he was Dirty Mac in his video too.
Well, I mean, that was his shit. Like,
so
I already told you he's the best dirty. Like, that's where it started. Drake got that from LL, yo.
So LL Dirty Mackin', right? So,
nah, you ain't doing that, Floyd.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, acting like these niggas is old as hell.
Loungy was like 9'6", bro.
LL is cool and relaxing, not worried about no gangster shit. He's who do you love? That's my shit for one. That's
fire.
LL, though.
Shout out to Trackmasters. Yeah.
I get it.
Hey, yo, I'm starting to really think like, as I keep like. Ant said Trackmasters versus anybody a long time ago.
I've been said that.
I'm really start like they need somebody like the Neptunes. Niggas is not getting Trackmasters out of here.
Trackmasters, bro.
They got a lot of crazy shit.
Trackmaster said bring them anybody.
They should.
They said that.
Bro, I'm telling you. I'm raw, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, then comes Cannabis. If I guess where I'm from, He was next up. He was doing Fantastic Four with Cameron Pun,
Right.
Nori.
Yeah.
And this was that guy. We had no album yet, so we thought this was the guy. Like, oh my god,
Right.
They got it this way.
We got tricked because he couldn't pick beats or make songs. like we talked about.
We got tricked. Crazy.
And he was signed to Wyclef, so.
And he signed to Wyclef, so we thought some shit was happening. So second round knockout comes before the album comes.
Right.
Y'all mean to tell me y'all thought L had a chance against him?
And the crazy part is, at that point, I told you last night in the group chat with Wyclef got on stage, like his verses would be nuts. At one point, everything Wyclef touched turned to gold, and not just the Fuji stuff. I'm talking about like solo, all the stuff that he wrote for. Remember the song Santana?
Mm-hmm.
Like he got mad hits that has nothing to do with the Fugees. Like he got 20.
Yeah, he got 20.
So like
Clef
at
got
that
20.
time, Cannabis signing to him was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like it might not seem like it, but it was a big deal. Like everybody thought this shit was about to be phenomenal. It wasn't. That shit was garbage.
I love LL, but let's not act like he didn't get smoked on the Flavor Year remix. LL wasn't in the best space. I'm just saying.
Rampage. It was Rampage, Big,
Rampage had a better verse.
and
Rampage had a
Busta.
better verse than LL. Is she? Delicious.
Nah.
Papa love it when you does it. He ain't give a fuck about that song.
Bro, to
that's
Flaw's
L?
credit, he was in full LL mode on that verse, bro. Like full ladies love Cool J on that verse, bro.
Nigga spitting wild bars. He sat next to a chick. Papa love it.
Yeah.
Blow
You
tissues.
some
Yeah.
bars, nigga.
Bro, he was in full LL mode. So
He couldn't help
yeah.
it. I love LL. I'm just
But that's like 94 though. Like
I'm just saying, like
he rocked y'all to
deep,
sleep. And then
no.
in 97, he gonna come back with Jack the Reaper Strikes Back. Who was expecting that shit?
I'm
Was
just
you
saying,
expecting Jack the
like,
Reaper or Ether? Like, who
but
was
we
expecting
know
that shit?
who LL is, like in his soul. Like he's a rapper.
right.
He just turned into Nelly before Nelly by design.
Well, L wasn't singing though. Nelly was straight singing. You
The
mean Nelly?
If the opportunity presented itself, he might.
He might have, fam.
That
Like I
nigga-
Need Love came out early. That it was
But-
like
but-
when
but-
I Need Love came out. Like he was on his way.
86?
Man,
All right, but this is what I'm
I
saying
Need
though.
Love wasn't singing. Sometimes like he
And back then,
took the bass
like,
out of his voice, man.
So okay,
everybody thought he was nuts when he made that shit.
He was in falsetto. That shit aged well.
It
You know what I'm
did.
saying? And he was in falsetto, but to his point, he wasn't laying multiple layered tracks of him harmonizing, bro, like Nelly does.
I'm just saying, when it first came out,
I wasn't around.
Mad people was shocked that I know y'all wasn't outside.
I was a little
wasn't
nigga.
outside either, but
I was
mad
a
people
little
was
nigga.
shocked that worked. Like I Need Love working was nuts. Like
Yo, his name is Ladies Love Cool J. Like, why wouldn't it work, bro?
I
Well,
guess
back in the 80s, yeah, that wouldn't
His
have worked.
name is Ladies Love Cool
but
J,
hey,
though.
that was the first love
Of
ballad.
his kind, right?
That was the first. So when
Hey.
you're the first, you're like, what the fuck is
You gonna
this?
always
yeah,
get
what
it,
is
yeah.
that?
Yeah. You always
But it
gonna
ain't-
get it.
But it aged well.
Yeah.
Niggas play that right now. I
It
might
did.
play it tonight.
It did.
bitch.
But I think that if it was in this era, like in Nelly's era in 2000, I think a producer probably would have asked for more. Like, yo, I need you to be more this and that. So
Yeah.
and at the time, I Need Love was Dilemma. It was all of Nelly's.
Right.
It
Yeah.
was Nelly's single. So yeah, Jarrell, yeah, he was Nelly. Like they look alike. And Nelly said, and when Nelly met him in the hallway, said, look, I wanted to be like you.
Yeah.
I told you that we didn't talk about the Hip Hop Awards because
No, we
we've been
didn't.
on for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I told you they gave Nelly that. I don't
That's
know,
right.
lifetime achievement, but they gave him Nelly award.
He got the I Am Hip Hop Award. That's
Okay,
their
cool.
honorary hip hop award and everything. And they
He-
gave him a slot.
LL was the one who presented it to him, and he told LL he stole his style.
He
Like,
said
he
he
did that
L
on
forgave him.
purpose.
He said L
Yeah.
forgave him and shit. Like, yeah.
Like he did that on purpose. Like he patterned his swag after LL. Like he was the ladies' man. That's what he
Okay,
did.
cool. What style? I see I see the resemblance in their presentation. But
That's
what
probably
style
what he's talking about. Like
Okay.
the lace.
Yeah, the presentation, the way he
presentation.
looked. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all
Not
design.
necessarily, but I mean, when you think about it, music too. Like when you think about lounging, who do you love and all? Nelly could have did them shits. What's the difference? It's the same type of songs.
Okay.
No.
It's the same type. Like Nelly could have did lounging.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Why not?
I don't see.
I do not want to hear Nelly over no
It's
lounging.
no, but it's on the same. It's on the
I
same
know what you say. I hear what
DJ
you're
club
saying, bro.
playlist. Like they come
know it's-
on back to back. Like
I know exactly what
Roland-
you're saying, bro. I'm
Roland
just
says, think about Nelly's grills. That's all LL's verse off Candy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too young.
I'm telling you though, like he stole LL style, fam. I'm telling you.
Before we get to the hip hop awards, I want to talk about that real quick. So basically, what we're saying is we feel like Nas' back was more against the wall than LL's. That's all I'm saying.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
had to
so.
be.
Yeah.
Nas was down at that point.
His mother had passed, I think.
Yeah, we thought Nas was over.
Yeah.
And to Nas' credit, it's not
Nostradamus. Bitch thought it was over.
Exactly. And it's not because, I mean, Nas is still Nas, but yeah, he was down. Like niggas wasn't checking for him at that point.
But y'all make it seem like LL was in his hip hop bag. He was in his ladies' love bag.
Nah, but he was still popping.
He was still popular though. He was still giving us joints 4, 3, 2, 1. We was getting. I mean,
like at one point, I don't think LL at that point he never fell off. Like Nas fell off for like one brief period. People would say he fell off, and that's when Jay-Z hit that nigga with the hammer, and that's when Ether came out after like a year and shit.
Boom, yeah. Remember, it was a long
he dropped
time
a bomb, and it was over. Like he back now.
Yo, people forget that gap in time to where
Long
Take
as hell.
was out, and then Ether
We
dropped.
thought
bro.
he was done, fam.
It
We
was a
thought
gap.
Jay-Z put the nail in the coffin. It took him mad long to come back with Ether. I remember all that shit.
I'm glad he didn't come back fast, bro. I'm glad he took his time.
Speaking of Nas, he told y'all N-words hip hop was dead 20 years ago.
Oh my god.
I hated when
He
he
told
said
you
that.
niggas.
And Nostradamus just might, okay, but wait a minute. We had the BET Awards and nobody's talking about the Cypher. So Nostradamus might have predicted this a little bit early, but is right on time. How do you have it,
bro? When he said hip hop was
dead,
dead, hip hop was on some trash. It was going into the trash era, the mumble rap era, the
computer era, streaming,
ringtone era. Like, so he was technically right. Like, the essence of hip hop at that time was dying. Like, know what I mean?
So when you talk about the essence of hip hop, we had a BET Awards.
I don't agree with that at all.
Rel doesn't agree. Why don't you agree, bro?
Because it was people still making music. Like it was never dead to me, man.
So I'm not saying it was dead. I'm just saying at that time, because hip hop is dead. I think dropped in like 06, bro. We in full ringtone rap. We in full like.
Yeah, but other people are still making shit. Like,
but it was being overshadowed, and the labels was throwing money at the 2-step versus Talib Kweli new record, or you know what I mean?
And also to piggyback off Ant, I believe, like I don't remember what Nas' issue was, but even we talked about it in that 2000 era. Corporations started to take over, so he could have been talking about that. Like hip hop is moving in a direction of that's just money motivated.
He wanted to call his album the nigger album. Like,
yeah,
a company is going to step in and say you can't do that.
And settled it.
I hate when people say, like, come on, man. Like,
we talk about the hip hop is dead album. We got the flower, not the end album.
Yeah, the hip hop album is dead. It's 2 years before that.
But I'm just saying he always had that back and forth when it came to the industry and shit like that. Like that preceded that for a reason. Like that's what I'm saying.
Okay, he had a fucked up deal. He was signed to Tommy Mottola anyway, right? So I would say hip hop is dead anyway. The stories you hear coming from that nigga in Columbia Records, I would say hip hop is crazy. Anyway.
Also, when you name your album now, you know that's just you being a rebel.
A rebel.
Like, I just want to fuck up the system.
But when has Nas ever been that person though? He's not that guy.
But he was okay. But you can tell that he was bugging from 06 to 08. I'm just saying he got his shit back.
Yeah, he got it back together.
He got his shit back. Yeah,
he got his shit back.
Right.
You right though, Jarrell. That wasn't him.
Who was that? That was Jungle. That was Jungle. Jungle was like, man, listen, we ain't having this shit no more. Fuck this.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Jungle was pulling the strings them 2 years.
And think about it. He was married to Khalees, another creative. You know what I'm saying? Like she definitely creative.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. If any of the years that he was with Khalees, we gotta shoot him some because she crazy, fam.
Yeah, like, so she called it. She telling him to be more creative. Nah, baby, we gonna call this album the nigger album. We gonna fuck some people up.
Like with an ER, cuz like
with an ER. Yeah, he tried that. Yeah, he tried.
ER was crazy.
With like then he like when the picture of him like with
he got whipped on his back.
Like
y'all know that's not Nas, fam.
Like,
just take a picture from
that was Jungle, fam. Like that had to be that was Haas. That was big. That was somebody else, fam. That was
weird,
not
nigga.
Yeah, that was no way. No way that was Nas, fam. Like that don't even make sense.
But Nas Stradamus predicted that I was trying to make a joke about today. I know when he said it was false because a lot of people took it as because the music is moving south that New York hates that. And I don't think that's what he was saying. But that was the narrative.
Well, I saw the BET Music, the Hip Hop Awards. I saw the Cyphers. People are not talking about them because they were whack.
All of them?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was like maybe a couple people was like maybe one out of every cipher was good, but for the most part, most of the people were whack. There's a lot of young kids too. Like it's a lot of people that you never heard of. A lot of the
No
people.
Freddie Gibbs? No.
Freddie ain't doing that.
No Conway, no Griselda?
Nah.
Then how we
None
didn't
of
get a
that.
Griselda cipher? Like
It's not
damn.
the same. Like I think like it's almost like the dunk contest now. You're not gonna get the stars to be in it no more. It's not like before. The
I
Cypher
agree
was
with you
garbage,
saying.
man.
I agree with you saying, but in a sense, it's different.
It's not, and it's not BET fault because these dudes gotta want to do it.
Yeah, is that too?
Right?
Yeah.
Like obviously they would want to have a fucking Griselda cipher, fam. Like they're famous as hell right now. They're hot right now.
And they can rap.
And they can rap. So of course they would want that. Obviously they didn't want to do it. So
Right.
you can't make them.
Yeah, because if you're shitting on them in the nominee section, but not
That is
now
true,
you
too.
want to fucking do a cipher, like that's
That
crazy.
is true too. Because Conway wasn't even nominated
For nothing.
For nothing.
Not
yeah.
if anything,
Yeah,
best
I get it.
lyricist.
Yeah, so if
Nah,
I'm
man.
Griselda, I'm not doing it. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
But- Not doing it. Why? Because of that, or should you do it to show them how nice you are?
but it feel like you're using me. Like you're not going to
Yes,
actually.
I would feel like you're using
Not
it.
going to
bro. Like,
actually, yeah, right? Like every
you think I'm
award
dope
show,
enough for the cipher, but you don't think I'm dope enough to nominate me for best
Got you.
lyricist? Nah, fuck you.
and yeah, right. And that was what Meg Thee Stallion was in. No shade to Meg,
Right.
but come on,
Yeah.
give me a break.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like, don't call me for that if you can't even do right by me by giving an award. Kanye West told y'all Beyonce's not coming to an award show if she's not guaranteed to win. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't call me.
I mean, to be honest,
Oh, shit.
to be
Damn.
honest, if I'm that rich, why am I getting out of bed just to chill with y'all?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen it.
I
but-
get paid to get out of bed. Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Like,
don't know if y'all seen it. But we're gonna get back to BET Awards. But Wu-Tang Clan, like Wu-Tang, the series is so fire, fam. If y'all haven't seen season
I
2,
still-
please watch that.
I still haven't watched. Not going.
I haven't
It's
watched none of it
It's
at
so
all.
fire, bro.
But I've heard everybody that I know have seen it. They said it's like the best show on TV right now.
It's the best thing on
Not
TV,
gonna lie.
man, because it touches on what we talk about how they actually got a record deal, about how they actually had to get that deal.
Right.
Fam, if any of these kids had to do any of that, none of them would be on. I tell you.
Right. The struggle back then, the journey back then was just so much crazier. You know what I mean?
Right. So what was I getting to? Oh yeah. Wu-Tang had a situation where they was on tour Rage from the Machine, right? Making the most money they've ever made in their lives. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Oh, this the
That's
one that put
nasty.
this the tour that made them feel like they made it type shit.
That's
This-
a nasty lineup too.
This
That's fire.
this was the money. Like this was they
Okay.
finally getting paid, right?
Okay.
They was obligated to go to Hot 97 Summer Jam. They had to they leave all that bread and go to Hot 97 to where Ghostface said fuck Hot 97 and they wanted to ban Wu-Tang for 10 years.
Damn.
But I'm just saying,
What?
they left money to go do a show. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's hard to just pull me. I'm getting money doing what I love.
Let me real quick though, because I didn't watch the show, and I don't know if it was in the show or if you know this just by knowing shit, because I know you know a lot of Wu stuff.
Mhm.
What was not the reason, but what was the like brainstorming thing to get them on the same bill as Rage Against the Machine?
That part was
Because
never.
that is completely
that
two
together.
different. Like
yeah,
that doesn't
put
really
that
make
together.
sense.
It doesn't, but far as I know, it was just the only thing because I forgot. I
Like,
was
why
actually
would they
watching-
take that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why
that's
would
a
they
hard,
take it?
Because that's stadiums,
because at
bro.
the time, right? At the time, Rage Against the Machine is the headliner at the time, right? They're
Yeah.
bigger than the Wu-Tang
Right.
at that time. So the audience is going to be there for Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they want to see Wu-Tang Clan? That's what I'm saying. Like young Wu-Tang Clan when they first came
So
out.
it's like cross promotion, maybe. You know what I mean? To grab some of the Wu fans to them. Is
Like,
what
that's
I'm
weird
thinking.
to me. That's not the
And
same
then
audience.
it's a bag.
Well, here's
You know
the
what I
thing,
mean?
though.
And it's exposure, bro.
So-
Rage Against the Machine probably was doing like arenas and stadiums at
Yeah.
that time.
Right, that's true.
That was huge. But you're right, though, Jarrell. Look, it seems weird on paper, but Wu-Tang Forever sold 600-something thousand copies his first week with no promotion and with a Triumph video, no hook, no catchy hook.
True.
So the thinking to me is, bro, we already gonna go double, triple platinum off the Wu symbol.
Mhm.
Do 2 more million just by showing our faces in front of a new audience. And
Okay.
it's white people. Once you sell double platinum, you're not promoting to
Oh,
the hood no more.
And to be honest, that's why the Wu-Tang Clan got big. It's because
Wu-Tang is only big because everybody else likes them. Niggas gave up on them.
Exactly. The white people gravitated towards like wearing Wu-Wear and shit, just like they crossed over. That's why the Wu is global because of that. It's not because just niggas like them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody we just like gets that big like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like the Wu-Tang.
They got their own show.
Yeah. And it's huge.
And plus, the RZA is smart enough. They actually have a leader that's smart enough business-wise to have stuff like this done that he wants to. Like, ain't no EPMD show. Like, where's that? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where's Nice and Smooth show?
And they were smart because everybody wanted a movie because we just had the NWA movie. We need a Wu-Tang movie. RZA was smart to make the show. We got too much to talk about.
Too much to talk about for Wu-Tang. Like, they have a bigger history than the NWA does.
Yeah.
Too many members. Like, that movie would have been ass for 2 hours.
So basically,
they would have hopscotched over everything.
Right. Skipped everything. Basically, don't call me out the blue to come do your show when I'm getting money doing what I like to do, especially if you're not going to do right by me. Wu-Tang Clan wound up being banned by Hot 97 for 10 years. So they lost money off the tour and they stopped getting radio play. You get what I'm saying?
That's some petty shit.
Yeah, Hot 97.
On Hot 97's part.
Yep, 10 years.
I would say it seemed like the Wu would make me too much money for me to ban them. That's dumb, business wise.
I mean,
they still the Wu
hard-headed, when you hard-headed and you think that my brand is, it might have been a competing of the brands. My brand is bigger than yours. I'm Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably did that to anybody.
To go up against a group though, that's stupid. Like a big group too. Like
yeah. So basically, no ciphers on the BET Hip Hop Awards to me is nuts though, because that's kind of like all we would actually focus on that award show for. We don't really care who wins Hip Hop Album of the Year, the lyricist. We didn't care. It was all about the ciphers at one time.
Right. And the only reason I basically cared about it because they finally gave Tyler an award.
Okay. Oh, Tyler got his?
Tyler got like a hip hop culture award. Something that I never would have thought that he would have gotten acknowledged by black people. I was actually shocked. That's the only reason I watched.
BET ain't black no more, so I don't.
That's probably why he won.
BET's not ran by black people no more.
They're not ran by black people. They actually acknowledge people like Tyler, the Creator now. They've never acknowledged him.
Sorry, guys. My wife just walked past. Sorry, guys.
This nigga want to say his wife so bad. Like,
okay, you good? You need your husband for something? Okay.
Sorry, this might be a good thing though. Because when there's a storm, the sun shines not too long after. I think next year we're going to have a huge turnout on the ciphers. Sometimes things got to mess up for you to want to get it right.
Yeah, it got to look. The Oscars do it all the time. The Oscars, remember that Oscar So White or whatever happened a couple years back, and then they got it right.
Then the next year they had like Chris Rock.
Yeah,
Chris Rock was the host and all that shit.
Well, all these companies is all ran by the same people though. You know what I'm saying? So they'll get it right.
Right.
They'll get it right. Nah, man, I'm still not gonna watch the Wu-Tang show. I'm not that interested in their.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I just haven't had time, man.
I mean,
I haven't had time to watch a lot of TV, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I just been too busy getting married. You know what I'm saying? This is Black Sapphires.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Oh,
just in case anybody want to know, these is Black Sapphires. You know what I'm saying? From West Africa. You know what I mean?
This.
Yeah, so we definitely going to get a better show next year, I believe. I think the heavy hit is going to come out, but at the same time, I know things change, but at the end of the day, hip hop is like there's elements to hip hop, right? Graffiti, dancing.
Think. Not to cut you up. Think about this though, bro. We got a fucking Real House Husbands of Hollywood cipher before, bro. They couldn't give us something better than what we got.
Like, it's the dunk contest now, fam.
Like this shit is crazy. We had Kevin Hart and them freestyling, bro. JB Smooth.
You know, we didn't give a fuck about that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was entertaining though. Like, you feel me? Like, we're not even being entertained now. Like,
right.
It's like,
crazy.
Like Zion Williamson is never going to do the dunk contest, man.
Right.
Sorry. The top young people are not going to do it anymore.
That's
you want to talk about Bow Wow real quick?
No.
What happened with Bow Wow? Yeah,
he Bow Wow.
Really? We talk about Bow Wow a lot.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
We talk about Bow Wow a lot, fam.
Bow was a legend. But there's some things that's happening. I just want to talk about it a bit. So the Millennium Tour has kicked off.
Fam, for one, the fact that it's still a Millennium Tour is hilarious to me.
Right. They They could have named this something else.
They,
you know what I
they
mean?
lazy.
Like,
they lazy.
They don't have to keep saying part 5 or you know what I mean. Like they something wild different.
It's weird that they still getting sellouts. I don't understand it. Like
These chicks is our age who used to like them, yo. Grown as
sell
hell.
out, though? Like,
and they selling out. I don't get it,
that's
bro.
nuts. Like,
Is it that?
it's
Have we been in
weird.
the crib that long? Like,
they would act like these niggas New Edition. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like BowWow and Omarion and B2K. It
Ashanti.
was huge.
It's another list. It's Pretty Ricky. It's a lot
yeah,
of
Pretty Ricky,
Fam,
Ashanti.
Okay, like
Motherfucking,
keep going. I don't give a fuck
No,
about-
these artists are not for us, but the girls, the ladies seem to love them. It just is what it is with them. But
It's just something to do, bro. Like, come on, man.
yeah, or that could be it too. We have been in the house for so long. We ready to get out and do a show. We ready to get out and have fun.
That's true.
So the Millennium Tour, for if I'm right, used to be a BowWow show with friends, basically.
The Scream Tour.
Oh,
the
the
Scream
Scream
Tour.
Tour.
So
That
what's-
used to be BowWow and Friends. Know what I mean?
So who started the Millennium Tours? BowWow, right?
I think B2K started
B2K.
the Millennium Tour. Yeah.
B2K is Millennium. The 2K. That's why.
Yeah.
Remember they
They started the
shit.
Millennium Tour. BowWow had the Scream Tour.
well,
Yeah, BowWow
actually,
and Chris Brown and shit like that,
I
right?
should have did my research because now I don't understand Bow's situation. I don't understand his problems.
He
Now-
hopped on their tour.
He hopped on their tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had
you
the
know-
Scream tour.
But did y'all see the rant though? The rant, not
Yeah, he said he don't get enough time on stage. He get 15 minutes.
no. At first he said, "This is my shit. All y'all copy off me. This was my shit." Like he was saying this was my.
But it's not. He's not the headliner, so I don't understand.
I
And he knows he's not. Everybody knows he's not the headliner, so I don't really get that.
and that's what I want to talk about, the business standpoint aspect of it, fam. Like, how do you go from the main event, the show, to 15 minutes? 15 minutes lets me know you're like the opening act, fam. Like you're one of the ones that opened up,
You're
bro.
like a filler. Like,
15 minutes is crazy.
No,
yeah.
the
For
time.
BowWow? Yeah,
Well,
that's
hold
crazy.
on. It's not the time. It's how much he's getting paid.
It's
You know what
that
I'm
too.
saying?
I
Well, he
bet
said
it.
He
Is
did
it 100 a show? Is
He
it 100 a show?
he said only get 15 minutes to perform. He said it's not enough. That's the part I saw. I don't know about the
I
money.
understand that, but if his check is the same, whether it's 15 minutes or 45,
Oh, so you're reading between the lines.
right? Like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
fine.
okay.
Like he good. Like as long as the check is the same.
Right.
If the check wasn't the same, that's when he'll really start bitching. Like that's when the tweets is really gonna ring off.
Okay, so prove to me that Omarion it can bring in more than me. If I'm BowWow, then yes, I have a problem. Then if we talking about money, somebody
It's not-
prove to
it's
me
not
that
his-
Omarion.
But if it's not your tour, why I gotta prove it? If I'm already the headline, like why do I have to prove anything to you?
If
Like
this
they
is my
told me
tour,
it's
yeah.
my tour. I don't have to prove it to you, fam. Like you were invited.
Okay, Pretty Ricky. Like there's a lot of people on this.
You were still invited.
You're invited. Yeah.
You
I
don't
agree.
run the tour. So if you were invited, I'm not saying you have to do what I say, but if you signed off on the contract that you're going to be on tour, it is what it is. Like I don't care how much time I give you.
Okay, but we know BowWow moves off ego. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah.
pride, ego.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Every time he gets on stage, he want to keep telling y'all he missed the 106 in Park. He did everything. He's the, man. The most number one hits. That's what he does. So when you now become the opening act of Pretty Ricky, that
Nah.
could be a problem.
I think he above in the
His
billing
problem.
against. I think he's right under B2K and them, bro. I don't think he opening for Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, he
bro. That's
probably not opening for
nasty if
Pretty
he
Ricky.
opening
So
for
Pretty
Pretty
Ricky
Ricky,
get
bro.
10 minutes? Because 15 minutes don't seem like a lot.
Maybe
for
he
no
was.
artist.
I think he was probably over exaggerating.
It depends on how long the show is, bro. If it's a 3-hour show, 15 minutes ain't shit. Versus a 2-hour show, 15 minutes still ain't shit.
I did take that in consideration. I mean, Pretty Ricky, Ashanti, BowWow, Omarion, and some other acts. as well.
Everybody got their own DJ. Everybody got their
Yeah.
own, you know what I mean?
So the time is the time. So if you can complain about the time, cool. That is your problem. That's a BowWow problem. That's a
But nah.
BowWow problem.
But Jarrell, you are right though, because didn't you rehearse this so you know what
Right.
your time is? Why
That's
are you mad at
that's
15
a
minutes left?
BowWow problem, fam. Like, they don't
Yeah.
got nothing to do with
I
that.
don't got nothing to do with your shortcomings over there,
Omarion
bro.
don't got nothing to do with his shortcomings over there. fam.
For real.
It's my
Talk to your
tour.
agent,
I mean,
bro. Talk to your agent.
Yeah, that
Oh.
has nothing to do with me.
Did y'all see the two friends taking shots at each other? Where BowWow
Yes,
said, I
yes.
should have waited till I went on tour with Chris Brown. And then another thing happened with Omarion where old girl was like, BowWow's coming back with the Millennial Tour and he's bringing Omarion. And Omarion said, no.
I'm bringing him with me,
Yeah.
but whatever. Yeah.
Like,
One,
Spicy.
he right. Two, he right. Like, what the fuck? Like, But yeah, he ain't had to say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but the only reason he said that is because Bow acting like he's acting. That's the only reason. It's kind of like how, I don't know, dudes is acting crazy, fam. Like Chris Brown called Kanye a hoe for taking part of his song off. Yeah. So Kanye took all of the shit off.
That was some hoe shit.
I was like, okay.
Which one though? Chris Brown called him a hoe, or
man? Listen, if I call Kanye a hoe too, bro. You gonna just take my shit off though? Like
no, but he didn't take your stuff off though. He just took part of it. You still on the song, and you got paid. You
still a hoe, bro. It's my art. It's my craft, bro. You don't just take my shit off, bro. That's how.
So yeah, I'll be like Kanye and just take all.
Then just take it. All right, I'm Chris Brown, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm Chris Brown, nigga. Like I don't care.
That's true.
He don't care.
I guess to me, that's why he shouldn't have cared enough to call Kanye a hoe in front of everybody.
But Chris Brown has issues though, and we all know this. He's not.
He got that off because he thought he could.
Because he Chris Brown.
Chris Brown ain't talking to everybody like that.
Trust me, hey Jarrell, that's why I be hating the fake gangster.
Right, that's fake, yo. Like he not talking to everybody like that.
People will blast out.
Talk to the gospel nigga like that. Old Kanye, he wouldn't talk to like that.
People blast out disrespect towards people they feel like they can disrespect. You get what I'm saying? Like people love calling people that they know that they can bully.
Right. Out. No way he would have called late registration Kanye that. No.
I mean,
808 heartbreaks.
Chris Brown credit at that time, he might have been the biggest male R&B dude at the time, outside of R. Kelly.
Well, I guess I'm not talking about how big he is though. It's just certain people.
And he a young kid too compared to Kanye too. So at that time, he probably would have, bro. We don't know. This is right before the Rihanna situation, nigga. So who knows what would have happened?
True. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah, I think Kanye West is Kanye West, and I think he's always been somebody's punching bag for like all hip hop. But like people will always talk to Kanye way that
because they don't think
they know ain't nothing gonna happen.
No, nothing gonna happen. Right. It's safe.
Like,
it's safe because Kanye's not gonna do nothing. So
he an art nigga. He not tough.
Yeah, right.
You gonna draw a picture of me, nigga? Like,
right. So
it's fucked up.
What was that?
It is what it is. That's niggas can talk to like that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like if you wanted them, they gonna talk about you.
Art like, imitates life, nigga.
Yeah, like think about it. Like Ice Cube, honestly, he's a sweetheart. But
right, you're not calling him no hoe because
you're not calling him no hoe because he took his song off.
Yeah, or you took us like you cut a scene in the next Friday.
Talk to Ice Cube
a hoe. That's not happening.
I agree. That's not happening.
That's not happening.
And how many times has an artist been taken off a record? Like it is
all
what it is.
Yo, and part of his shit was still on there.
Matter of fact, didn't we hear Nas and Benny the Butcher did a song together? And he asked Benny why I didn't make the Nas album. He said, "Oh no, it's probably."
I'm about to say that's a Nas problem. Like you have to ask him that.
Like, yeah, but you don't see Benny like Nas. You a whole hoe out here, nigga. Not put my song.
That's not happening, fam. It's not happening, fam. And them Griselda niggas is the hardest niggas ever. Like they're not doing that. Like
to Chris Brown credit, we don't know what conversation he had with Kanye. Kanye probably gave that man his word. I'm gonna keep everything. I'm gonna keep everything. And then to find out, like we found out, he didn't keep everything. He might feel some kind of way, bro.
I'm just, you absolutely right. I'm just saying, regardless of the conversation, if it was Ice Cube, he still wouldn't have called him that. I don't care what he promised.
I agree.
I don't care what he promised him.
He wasn't going on Twitter calling Ice Cube a hoe. Yeah, no. I agree with that. Mm-mm. Yeah, but or he might have.
If he would have, that would have been like people would. Or he might have. Like he needed to be on medication. Like what happened?
Yeah, that's not it.
People still think he need to be on medication.
He would have said he was hacked the next day.
Anything is possible, but chances are it's not happening that way. So yeah, man. I just wanted to just take have the conversation really just about BowWow and where his career is headed to, bro. Because at the end of the day, this is what happens when you take a hit at your brand about verses, right?
He's headed to Vegas, bro.
Huh?
He's headed to Vegas.
Why? But
nigga gonna have a residency in Vegas or something, man. That's what I see.
Not.
But like, if you go against Busta, why would you put your brand up in jeopardy like that? If you go up against Busta in verse, no, I'm just saying. We said that earlier.
Yeah. No, not BowWow. We didn't talk about. We talked about whoever go against
anybody go up against Busta. Your brand in danger, nigga.
I said, nigga, you about to lead this nigga to a slaughter? What are you talking about?
Lambs to slaughter, nigga.
I'm like, who said that?
No. But I'm just saying, if you BowWow, why are you accepting this tour? You get what I'm saying? Like you
nigga, the money. Yes, it's the money.
Yeah, that's why I said he at the end of the day, he really don't care about that 15 minutes compared to 45 of that check clear.
Right.
I don't think so. Like, I know he got an ego and everything, but if they cut the check, tighter, it'll be
this nigga BowWow is not. This nigga Bow Wow is not putting out no music that is relevant in 2021 right now. I don't hear it. I don't see it. Even if he did put a track out right now, I don't think it would hit.
Yeah, but Omarion isn't putting nothing out. I'm just saying. He should not have accepted anything lesser than the headline because you're Bow Wow. That's what I'm saying.
Especially off of verses too. He just did verses too. So
true,
I get it.
But if you wasn't so if you wasn't booked on this tour from the beginning,
right? You were invited.
You were invited. You know what I'm saying? You better accept what you get, nigga.
Yeah, you
like
accept what you get. Nobody's inviting you.
It's
to
a
your
reason
own
why
tour.
they didn't make it the Scream tour and made it the Millennium tour,
Right.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't know, but they do.
And that's like the stories they used to talk about the Hard Knock Life tour, right? Method Man and Redman had all the energy. It was flying off the ceilings.
Yes.
Jay-Z wanted to do it. So when Bow Wow come, I got the most energy. I get it lit. Bro, that doesn't mean anything.
Them niggas said when they performing, niggas was still walking in the show when them niggas was performing, yo. And them niggas was hot, both of them. Their egos wasn't in line, but guess what? Because they grown men and they understood what it was. Bitch, we on tour with the
That's
two
a
biggest
fact.
niggas on the act. Like,
and speaking of that rant don't come off smooth for nobody. Anybody that pulls out their camera, I'm better than all these niggas. Jay-Z would look like a clown if he did it.
Right.
It does not look right. That's why they don't do it though.
Right.
That's why we say you're not going to just talk about, like, Jeezy looked at real nuts when he talked about Nas. Eventually, he's apologized. That's how you do to My President Black record.
Right.
You can't talk to Nas like that.
And the crazy part is, and especially when it comes to performance, it don't even matter how big you are. Jay-Z wouldn't talk to Busta Rhymes a certain way.
Facts.
When it comes to performance, like I'm not going to outperform this nigga.
Nah.
Over here. It's not about how big the records are.
That's like Jay-Z did a show, but added Busta on and Busta blew the roof off. Jay-Z have a fit. No, I
knew this was gonna happen. Yeah,
Jay-Z was the headliner at one point for X. Had to go on right before him.
Yes, on the Hard Knock Life tour.
He said that. He said I had to go after X.
Right.
On the
So
Hard
if I
Knock
gotta
Life
go
tour.
after X, he can go after anybody and be okay with it. Because X was a monster.
Right. This nigga. Oh man, go ahead.
He just growl into the microphone.
And that's
just go nuts.
And look, that's how Hove got his. When ever notice when Hove do a show, he do that.
He do that.
He got that from X.
Right.
Because
all
X
he
used
did
to
was
growl
growl
before
he came out. Everything was dark.
Hove got that from X, yo.
Jay do the same thing.
You imagine having to perform after a guy who had your emotions wrapped around his fingers? He prayed.
You had to go out.
Cried.
You had to go out like
that's where it came from. Nigga choked up like
Yeah, you gotta go out there with your
eight.
Like it's not a single lyric has to be off. Your show gotta be completely perfect. You cannot just go after X multiple times on a tour without, everybody would have shitted on Jay if his show wasn't on point.
He said they used to switch it up though. Like half the tour was X, half the tour was Hove and shit.
Especially depending on what city they was in. They did their research and shit. That made sense. They were both big.
Crazy. Coming at the X though, bro. That's tough.
To be honest, I wouldn't want to come after Jay at the time either.
Because Jay, he's still in shape. He always been in shape.
That backstage tour was nuts, man. Like
you got me wanting to watch backstage now, man. What's that on, man?
You got Ja doing holla holla in the beginning of the show. Like, can you imagine? Like they had hits. Everybody on stage had a hit.
Yep.
And Ja was the least. I mean, he wasn't nothing then.
Well, no, Benny Siegel was least because he was coming out freestyling a cappella. So Benny Siegel had the most.
Siegel wasn't on yet, man.
He wasn't even on yet.
He had a record yet.
But he was on tour though.
He was on tour, yeah.
He was on there. Him and Bleak used to go out there.
Yeah. Maybe I looked at this a little crazy, but Mal and Roy and Mal, whatever they could call them, just signed a nice deal, $10 million. But the headline is, the energy is, the guys that got fired from the JoeBudden podcast scored $10 million record deal. So
I don't think that's fair at all, yo.
That's what I'm getting at.
That's crazy.
For one, they didn't get fired like that.
They left
the show.
And then that's how y'all know us as the dudes that get fired? Like, that's crazy.
Because it's the narrative they're trying to paint, though. I'm not saying it's them two, but it's why you possibly do a deal with them. You know how much attention is going to be brought to now with series, whatever they assigned to Stitcher, now giving them $10 million and they get to keep their podcast. They own it, but the energy behind it is the guys that basically got fired from the JoeBudden podcast. I had to sit there and to myself, like, I get that this is a victory for them, but first off, I've caught a few clips of their show. It's boring as fuck. I'll be honest with you.
I'm of the new show.
Yeah.
It's dry.
The thing is, right, I'm a big Joe fan, so I know them because of Joe. They was on the show.
We know.
So I don't. Yeah. So I don't want to. It's hard for me to talk down this show because I don't want to seem like I'm hating. I didn't tune in for Joe's show because of them niggas.
Yeah.
And the dudes that they replaced, and the dudes that Joe replaced him with, Ice and Ish, I actually like better than Mal and Rory. Just off a personal standpoint, I guess because I'm older.
Yeah.
And they're like more around our age. Rory and Mal are a little younger.
Mm-hmm.
So the conversations are a little different. So I don't want to hate on them. I don't want to say it's dry. I just don't relate to them niggas like I relate to the other dudes because they're older, I think.
Right. But I've seen a few clips and it just didn't work for me. And I get it. So I'm like, I'm not trying to hate on them, but I'm like, okay, you got this $10 million deal, but did you get it off the strength of your talent or if the fact that it's just another way to get at JoeBudden, right? Like Mal and like, don't get me wrong, like shout out to them for getting their money. I'm happy
because they both have industry ties. Like Mal is Big's brother. Rory, he been working in the music industry for like a decade now. Like he used to work for Sony. He has Emotional Orange now that he manages R&B group now. Like they have industry ties, so they always will be able to make, money somehow. They got this deal because of all of that being involved too. It's not just because of the JoeBudden podcast. They had their own following. Yeah, that's Big Brother, and that's why he's the one who tweeted this out about the deal. That's Big's brother.
That's what's up.
Mal is like the youngest brother of all of them.
I ain't mad at them though, but for me, if I don't want to be associated with niggas no more. Like, and I think like that's why niggas is tuning in because that's they JoeBudden old partners type shit.
Right,
not who
saying.
they are, Rory and Mal. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want that stigma.
See, us, we build from the ground up, right? Wherever we go, we're gonna land. It's just sometimes when you get that extra advantage because you Big's brother or Roy, you Joe's man, or you got connections, you got ties, and then these guys they brag about their deal. Because I was listening to what Roy, or I think I read a post where he was like, "Man, podcast is just becoming a thing where guys get around and talk to each other, things like that." And I got offended by that because it's like, bro, look at the privilege. Once again, we back at the privilege. You are privileged, bro.
Like you started off, the reason anybody knows who you are really is because Joe brought you onto the show. That's it. You were
if we was on JoeBudden podcast, then we would have the same opportunity.
Exactly.
No, we build from the ground up. So it's not like I'm hating on them, but I just wish they didn't use the narrative of, hey, the guys that got fired from JoeBudden as if their show or whatever they're doing is better than where it came from.
Or they was the reason why JoeBudden shit pop type shit. Like
anything. But don't get me wrong, they got their own fans. People love them.
Do.
People do love
them. They do
them.
have their own fan base.
I didn't know what these niggas look like until I seen this picture. So,
but out of the billion podcasts out in the world, you can't tell me that they shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we just want to do Rory and Mal. Why?
And Rory said that the podcast game is so oversaturated and stuff like that. Like, all right, fam, like. Like when you stop, if that's the case, when you left Joe's show, you shouldn't have came out with another show.
You should have stopped.
Why are you still potting then?
Go do something that's not oversaturated.
Exactly. Like this wasn't even like the way he made money, so to speak. Like he had a regular job, he said, and he manages a group.
And
it's like a hobby then.
That's what he made it seem like before. That's why Joe was kind of mad, and like they made it seem like they didn't want to understand the business part of it. They made it seem like it was a hobby. They came in and made it seem like they didn't like podcasting, or it was nothing, whatever. Especially Mal. Mal acted like Mal acted like he did not want to do the show. Like
now
everything was corny.
Now
you got 10 mil.
Now you got 10 mil. Everything is cool now. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And didn't he say like bros over his business, and he didn't care about none of the money, nothing like that?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
10 mil would make me say some things that 10 mil would make me backtrack a lot of statements, bro.
That's why we be listening to him, like, bro.
Except the wearing the dress shit. I'm not wearing the dress.
But it's not just the backtracking part. It just proves that it was bullshit in the first place.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. It's not backtracking. It's just you was full of shit.
Yeah.
But
it is what it is. Salute to them, man.
Yeah, salute to them. It's just you gotta watch what you say on these socials, bro. Either you love it or you don't, or you know what I'm saying. And at the end of the day,
fuck them niggas, man. Where our 10 mil at? Bitch?
They make it seem like they don't like podcasting.
We love podcasting, nigga.
Cool, but once they get paid for it,
now it's
right.
Fuck
why you pushing for it then? Like,
all right, bro. Like
it's all good.
Yeah,
man. We sipping champagne over here, man. We ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah, you want to talk about Dr. Dre joint?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Dr. Dre Super Bowl because I got to pick. Hold on.
Salute, Mr. Still. You know what I mean? We appreciate you listening and watching. You know what I'm saying? With the newly married great one and his compadres. You know what I mean?
Slow.
So yeah, Dr. Dre, like we spoke about, I think a few episodes ago, Dr. Dre in the West Coast, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem. Because Eminem had a rollout, right? Mom Spaghetti. You want to know what's going on with that?
I told you as soon as I saw this picture, all of them is coming out with new music. All of them. Mary gonna come out with something.
I hope so.
But listen, right, fellas, don't Dre play it too safe all the time, though. I mean, let's keep it a buck, though. He's put so much pressure on himself. Like the Chronic was so good, he's made us forget about the Aftermath original debut album. Been there, done that.
Yeah, that shit was garbage.
Nobody talks about that, but let's act like it don't exist.
That shit was trash.
Chronic
Juvenile hell. That shit like juvenile hell, bitch. Word up.
The Chronic was
that
so
didn't
fire.
really count. I don't think. Though.
See?
Oh no, that count, bro.
You know
No,
That shit
no, that
hold on,
count,
the
bro.
song what Been There and Done That on there.
That album
That
counts,
wasn't a
bro.
Dr. Dre album though.
Yes, it was.
Aftermath.
It was
represents the Aftermath.
I understand that, but I'm saying that wasn't a Dr. Dre album. Like he wasn't on the album. It was more like a compilation
Album.
Yeah, like Truth Hurts was on that motherfucker. You
All right, so the Compton album don't count then?
West Coast,
Yes.
East Coast, West Coast Killers was on there.
Yeah, that's not the same. Like, nah, that's not a Dr. Dre album. But the Compton album, I do consider the Dr. Dre album, and I actually thought it was dope though.
Right, when they doped his albums, because the Compton album was really a soundtrack.
Right.
That
Yeah,
was
but
a
I'm saying
soundtrack.
the only reason I say that because he was on every song.
I know, but if it was trash, he would have been able to get away with it by saying it's a soundtrack.
He wasn't on every song on Chronic 2001.
Well, yeah,
Yes, he was.
majority.
He was not.
Majority. He
What
wasn't
was
on
he on?
Explosive.
He wasn't on Explosive.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. But you know that was
That's
Dr.
some
Dre
shit, though.
shit.
Yeah.
That was that shit.
All
Damn.
my prime bitches, well,
Yo, that's that shit,
all my
nigga.
real gangsters,
Yeah, that's
no.
that
But anyways,
And it was short too, so it was
Yeah.
almost like a long interlude or
Intro,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
so
that
Dr.
was
Dre
dope.
plays it safe because he came out with the Chronic, did big. Came out with the Chronic 2001 and did big. Him attaching his album to this Super Bowl means that his next album is going to be huge because
Yeah.
you don't perform at the Super Bowl and it don't do numbers. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So he waits until the right, because he like Dre. I think that Dre has the pressure where he don't want to flop, and I think that one mishap, people might try to knock him off his hill. But as long as he's really got two albums, that's two of the greatest hip hop albums two of the greatest albums of all times.
Yeah.
When you got that, you don't want to just drop a third. Chronic 1 dropped in what, 93?
92.
True.
Well, the Chronic. Oh, 92. Okay, 92. The next one was like 2000, 2001 or whatever. And now we finally about to get one like 20 years later, fam.
Well, you got to count the Compton
Yes.
album too, because
It's
that counts.
beyond. We criticize Kanye West, but boy, this
No, but I'm counting the Compton
this-
album.
but
But
this
even
Dr.
if
Dre,
it was, but even if you do count the Compton soundtrack, that's still a long time.
it's a long time to get it
Still
right though. Like, bro,
regardless.
what are you waiting on?
Dr. Dre told us himself that he's not a rapper. He's an artist. He's a producer first. He likes to produce other artists, bro.
Right.
So
That's
if
what
you
it
look,
is.
if you look at his what he's done in between those albums, he produced for a lot of people.
Songs. He has
songs.
created a whole body of work in 20 years.
And plus, let's not
That's
act
fine.
like
No, well,
let's not
Chronic-
act like Dre didn't have a whole nother album out there that he just didn't release too.
That Detox album.
Because I got like
16
yeah, I
tracks.
got like 6 or 7 songs.
I got
on
a bunch of
Detox.
tracks from
But
Detox.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He
That's
just
what I'm
didn't
saying.
release it.
If you're Dre, you sitting on me, go, this ain't enough. It's not, if it's not bigger than the Chronic 01 or the Chronic, the original, he's not going to drop it. That's what I'm saying. He has created music, but in his mind, he overthinks it probably. Like, nah, this ain't gonna be as good as that. Like, I got T.I., I got whatever, but this ain't
Bro,
gonna
it's crazy when you got two of the, like you said, the biggest albums in music, especially in hip hop genre. That's pressure, bro. It's hard to come after that. That little fake ass soundtrack he did with Compton, I was not feeling, bro. I did not feel that shit at all for a Dr. Dre project, and no, it was not hitting for me at all.
Oh, and this
But
is
that's
the
why you
reason-
do that though, Ed. You drop a soundtrack to not
Be
officially
safe.
claim it.
Yeah, be
Yeah,
safe,
like yo,
yeah.
it was just a soundtrack. It
It
wasn't
came
really-
under Aftermath. This ain't
it
the
wasn't
real
a
album.
Chronic.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a Chronic, so it's safe. That's why nobody talks about it.
And
Nobody
the-
talks about
I didn't like it, bro.
What, the Chronic album?
No, the what you call it album?
Compton.
The Compton album. I
The
didn't like it.
soundtrack?
It was okay,
like
bro.
that.
It was
I like
okay, bro. Like because I think I'm comparing it to his other work, and I think that's we shouldn't do that as artists.
Nah, you shouldn't do that. Yo.
We should just call it what it is. But I think I compared it to this other work, and I haven't
got
listened
some
to it in a
fire
while,
shit on it.
Roland. I listened to it maybe the once or twice, and I'm just like, oh nah, like
Nah, go back to that, yo.
maybe I need to go back to it and just really take a listen.
We definitely should not compare. When Dre drops in December, so says Battle Cat.
I'm about to say because we
got the
talking
schedule?
about this because Battle Cat sent out this tweet of what's going to happen.
So wait a
November, Snoop Dogg.
So wait a minute.
What's happening?
Let's look at this the right way though. It says the Aftermath takeover has started. Snoop Dogg 12th. Dr. Dre new music. What does that mean? The music just threw me off.
It could be a single, bro.
It could be a single.
Yeah, it does not have to be an album. Yeah,
It don't have to
right.
be an album. It could be a single. Because remember, he threw out that Kush single with Akon a couple years ago. Him, Snoop Dogg, and Akon, and that wasn't on nothing.
And you got to think about it. If he do drop it in December, having the Super Bowl in the middle of February is perfect.
Yep.
Especially if you don't know who's on the single. We don't even know who's
time
featured.
to promote the single, not the album, and to see how the single does and then drop it. Oh, Dre thinks
But
you've been doing it too long, bro.
Hold on though. But if we're going to talk about that timeline, it's the perfect timeline to promote an album. Also, that's a whole month and a half.
Yeah,
like, especially what if he drop it in like the beginning of December? It says December. That's a whole 2 months. So that is enough time for an album.
But
especially if it bubbles, it's a track joint. Fire.
Yeah, it looks like he's waiting to see what that single do. I think
maybe that.
Like he does not want to drop a dud, and I think he doesn't want that on his resume. He wants it to be squeaky.
He got one. He got one.
He ain't claiming it, bro. He ain't claiming.
I'm not claiming the
claim that, bro.
He ain't claiming it. We never talk
Drake
about
is on it, fam. Like that's not a Dre album.
The Firm. He produced that album. A lot of people don't like that album. Us on the East Coast tend to, you know what I mean, think it's a dope album. But The Firm,
because the Firm was supposed to be a lot better than it was.
Yes.
The Firm, they wouldn't allow Dre to take it. That's
exactly.
Def Jam, Columbia, and
that
everybody.
Didn't sound like a Dr. Dre album, fan.
Right.
No Dr. Dre album. Listen, bro. Do you think Dre really wanted to do a single with Nature? He's got him and Nature did a fucking song together, bro. I came to the East Coast to work with Nas. And
shout out to Nature, bro. Shout out to Nature, bro. Nature is nasty, bro.
Nature dope.
I understand it, but
Dre's
if I'm
not
Dr. Dre, I see flaws.
I mean, it's Dr. Dre. Yeah,
I not come from LA to work for fucking.
Nigga went from Pac, Snoop to Nature. Nigga ain't have a single with Nas.
For one, he did not know who Nature was.
Right.
He did not know who Nature was before he met him. No way.
I think Dre was kind of like surprised by his God body talk from in New York, because in the West Coast they get straight to it.
And that's what it's funny you say that, bro. Not to cut you off. Rakim was on Breakfast Club, and he was signed to Aftermath for a little point, and they asked him about that. And he was just like, yo, I think I was rapping, and you know how I come, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving niggas jewels and gems in my rhymes, and Dre wanted something a little bit different from me, being with his history and lineages and hip hop. So that's why they didn't pop the way they should have popped when he was signed.
What did Dre think though?
What did you think he was getting? Like
that don't sound like a Dre problem.
Personal opinion, I'm glad as I finally get to see a hip hop halftime show. I wonder if Puff halftime will be. I said that the last time we talked about that. I completely agree with.
Like Diddy's a better performer than Dr.
Oh yeah, Diddy's show will be way better than this, I believe. Because it's Diddy. He's gonna have a lot to say about it.
If Puff get the halftime show.
Nigga, we gonna see total.
Like fireworks is coming.
We might see a motherfucking what's that? The holograph of Big or some shit, yo. Like,
yo, Big. If he do that,
we might see a big hologram. Shit, we might see the Pac holograph again at the Aftermath tour. We don't know. Shit. Do 50 Cent make an appearance? Do 50 Cent make an appearance? He was signed to Aftermath.
Or the Super Bowl joint. He could.
You don't got no music coming. He's not
in the club. Bitch, all you need is.
I'm just saying he don't have to have new music.
All you need is in the club, bro.
This is the Super Bowl.
If I'm correct, okay, you're right.
Everybody watching is just going to know in the club anyway.
That's all you need is in the club, bro.
This is basically the Grammys of sports.
That's it.
Ain't no B-sides going to be played.
They going to do Still Dre. They going to do motherfucking G thing. They in LA, bro, for crying out loud. For Pete's sake. They're in LA.
In LA. Like it made sense for them to have
Word.
But I would I guess it's biased too. But yeah, I think all of us would think Diddy halftime show would be better.
Oh yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think it's biased either, bro. You just look.
He's a better performer.
Bro, look at the VMAs from years past that Diddy performed at, bro.
Nuts, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On the you think you're gonna get anything less than that at a halftime show at the Super Bowl?
Remember Diddy had like they had like the stilts where they had people
Yes.
jumping up and down and
Busta
shit doing
Rhymes
flips.
performing
That was
yo,
crazy,
Busta
man.
I'll say this. I'll say
Fire
this.
breathers.
It looked like Circus Olay when
I'll say
Diddy
this.
performed.
I'll say this about Diddy's performance, possibly depending on his relationship with his artists. Last time I checked, him and Mace ain't cool. I don't know where him and Total is. Like, Diddy need those artists. Like, we don't want to hear a halftime show of Diddy's music.
But
it'll still ring though.
No.
It'll still ring though.
I completely disagree with that. I think you could just have Diddy music and he could get a halftime show. He does not need Total and Mace.
I think Diddy can do it. I think Diddy
No
can
way.
do this whole show by himself. He'll
By
probably
himself.
bring the Locks out maybe. And
he
Kim.
he got hits, man. Like
He can bring Kim out. He can bring Kim. Yes, he can. He can,
Kim
but
in
he
shape.
probably won't. He probably
Kim in
won't.
shape,
but
but
he
she
can.
just performed, so he can bring her out. She's in shape. She's performing.
But he doesn't need to though. Is what I'm saying. I don't think he needs to. Diddy
Crush
can
on
do the
you,
show
come
by
on in the
himself.
Super Bowl. That's gonna be fire.
Sheesh.
Stop it.
That's not Diddy though. That's
Diddy's on it.
Crush on You.
Yeah.
No, that's Biggie, C's, and Kim.
No,
Written by
no
Kim.
time. No
No
time.
time. I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
time.
Sorry. No
Okay,
time.
okay,
No
okay.
time. I'm thinking no time. Yeah, no time. Come on the Super Bowl.
Damn.
Fire. That's fire.
Damn. Kim at the Super Bowl show.
But
is
hold
fire.
on. I don't like Flaw's demeanor. Why are you laughing?
Yeah,
like
he
that?
hating,
You don't
'cause he
think that's
hating.
fire? What?
He's hating.
Nigga,
I'm just
you hate
thinking
on
of.
everything.
I'm just thinking of how you were saying Wu-Tang and Rage Against the Machine is crazy. I don't know if those people there know No Time. We might know it.
I don't think they know no time either, bro.
No, I don't
To be
think they
honest.
know no time either. But I'm just saying it's Diddy's show and he can do it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was
They
thinking like
might
that,
not
yeah.
do no time.
Diddy
You're right about
is so slick with his performance. He'll throw just his vocals off No Time and do a dance off of
Right.
it, and then go straight to another song. Like he don't even need the verses off that song. He'll do his hook and go straight into something else.
So we got a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Shout out
Yeah,
to
abs-
who
and
did
you
I'm about to
absolutely-
request this nigga, man. Like, oh my God, man. Oh, this
Hey, yo,
bomb.
you want to read the question? Bro?
You're absolutely correct. Do you think Trackmaster should get more credit for the Firm album? It seems like they had more to do with the album than Dre in regards to production. Dre got executive producer credit, which he
Here's
like
the
him,
thing.
God.
Puffy was doing that shit. Yes, I agree.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the thing, though. Yes, the answer is yes. But do they want credit for that album? Because none of us liked it. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're giving them bad credit. Trackmaster, like if Trackmaster do a versus, none of the firm should be on there. Not a single song.
Nah, I'm leaving. Might be on there.
That's not going to be
leaving.
on there. In top 20?
leaving.
No
Nah,
way.
20? Nah,
No way.
yeah,
That's
you're
not
right.
in their top 20.
I'm thinking if Nori did one. I'm sorry. If Nori did
Trackmasters?
one, he would do that. Yeah. Yeah, Trackmasters ain't doing. Yeah.
Nothing on that album is in their top 50. Nothing.
Damn.
Trackmasters list is nuts.
I know,
looked it up
bro.
the other
I
day.
know, bro. I looked them up a year ago when I told y'all.
Like they need the Neptunes got to get them a song. Man. Even they gonna have a problem.
Thank you. Neptunes
gotta
might
bring
win,
the
though.
Neptunes.
Neptunes might win, though.
Neptunes
Just
might lose because Pharrell already admitted he gonna play some bullshit.
Somebody-
Pharrell already said it.
he gonna play some
Yeah.
mad nerd shit.
Nah, I don't want to hear. I'm not
Yeah,
into that, bro.
Yeah,
Pharrell
he
said
can
he's
play
not going to do a versus because he's going to play shit people don't know. He said people not going to like.
nerd.
Yeah, I'm not. We don't want to hear that for
The
real.
nerd songs. There's a lot of
Yeah.
them songs that I would know, but they.
I know a
mad
couple of them,
Yeah,
but
I know a lot of them
hear
too.
that shit, man. Like
Not on the
play
versus
Slave
stage.
for you or some nigga. It was a Britney song, something, nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the nerd stuff, and that's what he's gonna play.
Nah. So
Before we get out of here, though, I know we wanted to touch on because while we was gone, we had a dope heavyweight boxing fight that happened with
I don't got a picture
Wilder
for that.
versus
nigga, do you got somebody got some footage on that?
I
Oh
don't
my
got a
god.
picture for that because
Oh my God,
we
somebody
big up
please put up
white
some
men
footage.
enough, don't we?
This nigga Wilder sold me out, man. I swear to God, man.
You
The
had-
bronze bomber, yo.
You know what's crazy? Boxing as a whole, generally, historically, has a huge racial undertone to it. Right? Back in Joe Louis days and all that shit. Jack Johnson, all that. So now, everybody mad at Deontay Wilder like he was supposed to be the black dude that beat up all the heavyweight white people because like the Klitschko's and the like white people been dominating the white dudes been
Heavyweight
dominating the
boxing
heavyweight division for like a generation now.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's black that after Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis fell out? Like who's black that's been killing? Like
This nigga, the Wilder
That's
nigga. That's it.
and
he's not even a
Joshua,
boxer.
he
yo.
trash too.
He's not even a boxer. This Wilder nigga. He's just a nigga that can fight and punch hard.
None of them are. Even Anthony Joshua, the black dude from the UK, he's not good either.
He's scary as hell, man. Scary ass.
They all just look good. Now I'm saying they all just built and can hit hard, but they're not good boxers.
So
that's why the Gypsy whooped his ass the third time. Like he beat him all 3 fights. Really, they gave him the draw the first time just because of who Deontay Wilder was. Then the second time he whooped his ass, and the third one he whooped him even worse.
Oh, this one was crazy. Yo. The little voiceover the nigga did of that shit and the little sound effects had me on the floor, nigga. Like,
man. And then after the fight, when he whooped the black dude ass, he stood there and was singing a song. He had a little concert.
Yeah.
The shit was, I was mad and the shit was fire at the same time. That's my nigga right there. Like, you gotta respect it. He whooped his ass, start singing.
I'm gonna let y'all get y'all jokes off, but I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm not the biggest follower of boxing, besides, and I mean, like possibly not the heavyweights. I do follow like the weight classes under. Well, I was really a big fan of the heavyweights. I never really got a chance to see Wilder fight.
Right.
So yeah, I never.
I seen like at least half of his fights. Like he was just knocking people out just because he was better than everybody. They sucked.
So by the time I got to his fights, he's already 40-something and
right
from the
39 knockouts.
Yeah, 39. So like,
all bums,
all trash niggas.
Right, all butchers and people that sell sneakers and shit.
So as I'm watching the fight, I'm looking at the fight like, oh, this guy's legs is trash. Like, he don't got no stance. Like this guy. I'm looking at his leg, like his legs caught me. Like I'm like, you don't even fight. Like I can tell this guy didn't know what he was doing.
He did not grow up a boxer. Like I think he grew up as a football player. He from Alabama, but he kind of tall, like 6'7". Didn't pan out as a football player. He wanted to go to Alabama and Coach Saban and all that, and didn't get it. And he just turned into boxing because he was super athletic. That's why he's been getting over and he hits hard because he's athletic. But like you said, he's not built like a boxer. He's skinny as hell on the low.
Yo, like what are you doing? Like you definitely skip leg day, buddy.
Right. And did you see him now? He actually got bigger during this fight.
Yeah.
And it messed him up even more.
Word.
Yeah.
Messed him up even more.
He basically was gassed after the second round.
Right.
Like, buddy,
he put on all that weight that he's not supposed to. And like you said, he skipped leg day.
Yeah, he skipped leg day, all upper body workouts. But he hitting him with the body shot. I'm like, okay, I see you working.
First couple rounds?
Yeah. Then he goes away from
all that went away.
But you can always
no one went away. He started getting hit in the face.
He started getting rocked, nigga.
What Mike Tyson said when you get hit, everybody got a plan. He got punched in the face and kept getting punched.
But not to make an excuse for him, whether this is true or not, but they said he broke his hand during the fight. You can actually tell because he kept holding his wrist, but I don't know if that's true or not.
It's a lie. Before he said Fury whooped his ass because in the beginning of the fight he had all the uniform or the costume that he wore and walked down.
Yeah.
The aisle that he came out in, he said it was too heavy, so it got his legs weak. That's why he knocked him out.
Nigga, why is you out there with night gear on? Like, the fuck is you? Like, come on, man.
But shout out to Mr. Steele though, because I was saying that too. But basically what he said is, but what if we're being fair? What happened to weight restrictions? It has to be said that the second fight, Fury had 60 pounds advantage and a 45 weight advantage in the third.
Yeah, but it's a heavyweight fight.
Yeah,
didn't have break any rules.
But they used to have super heavyweights though. Wasn't there a super heavyweight division?
Yeah, it was. I don't know about that though, but there is a super heavyweight division.
These niggas ain't butterbean size either though. Like,
but it's like, but boxing
is huge, bro.
But the only thing is, boxers fluctuate weight all the time. So I don't know. I can't give that. You can't say Fury did anything that wasn't within the rules. Like, he a big dude. They both like 6'7" and 6'8". Deontay Wilder took the fight and he just lost. Leave him alone though. Like it's a wrap.
Yeah, and he knocked him down twice though. Like what I'm looking at now is the little 3-minute clips right now. Mm-hmm. Like Wilder, like he had him a bit.
He did. He always have him in every fight. He knocks him down, but he always gets up and whoop his ass for the rest of the fight. He does it every fight. It happens. It happened every fight.
And let me tell you something. Right, I'm going to put this on the same level as Adrian and Rocky IV. When your wife tell you, "Hey, look at him. You see how strong he is. You can't win." It's like the ultimate disrespect that I felt like just came from a woman to a man. doesn't get no worse than that. But if when you're watching the Wilder fight, you can see Wilder's girl say, "Stay strong, baby."
I hate that.
It's an indication that you know
I
that
hate
the
that.
man is
We
getting
talk
his ass
about
whooped.
that while I was having a fan. Don't say that.
You know
No,
that I'm getting my ass whipped.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, I'm mad. You can't say
You
that.
hear somebody in the background.
Stay
Stay
strong.
strong. Shut up.
That lets me know. You know.
Don't say
getting
that.
ass
No,
whipped.
that's nuts. Like if your man get your ass whooped, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Nothing.
Stay
Just sit
strong.
there and take it. Don't say stay strong. He don't want to hear that. He
What
get
if
his
she-
ass whooped.
What if she knew? What if she knew he couldn't win?
Stay strong. He getting his face beat in 3 minutes at a time for an hour.
Don't ever tell me to stay strong.
Don't stay strong while I'm getting my ass whooped.
I
Yo.
put that on the same pedestal as Adrian. You can't win.
Nah,
Same
don't,
shit.
Don't do that.
Stay
Like,
I ain't
see, I was about to
see
say
that
something crazy.
knockdown,
See,
yo.
I-
Wow, yo.
Thank you. See, I be forgetting where I'm at. I almost said something crazy. Thank you. Like salute the women. That's all I got to say. I was about to say something wild, fam. Like, we don't tell y'all to do that when, you know what I mean? Stay strong.
Yeah, won't tell you that during pregnancy. Goddamn it.
Don't say, see, I was going to say that. Don't-
Hey.
That's what I was going to say. You shouldn't have said that.
Yo, he beat the shit out
I
of
said we should. I said
Nah,
we,
that's why I didn't even, I said that.
This nigga look like a
I
truck
didn't mean
driver,
it. I
yo.
didn't mean it.
This
Who,
nigga like
Fury?
this nigga look like
Yo,
he all fish
Yo,
for a
and-
living, yo. And
and
let
he
this nigga
do.
whip
He come from a family full of gypsies.
this-
Like he
Shit.
poor white trash UK type dude. Like
Yo, he beat the
he
shit
did
out
not
of
come
Wilder,
with.
yo.
He did not come from money. Like he from like the
He
equivalent
fought
of a trailer
he
park.
fought like he didn't come from money, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
he
He
put
came
the
from the,
men
he
to
come from the
sleep.
struggle, fam. Like Tyson Fury is no joke. Like he can fight.
Who got paid more?
Probably Fury because he won the last fight,
Oh, okay.
so he should have got paid more.
I hope Wilder saved his money, invested well. I don't see nothing else after him.
I
after
think
this.
he need to check if UPS is hiring nigga. Like it's over.
It's over for
Damn.
him. It's
No
done.
Popeyes
over.
commercials for him. It's over.
Nah, it's over. It's over. And plus, he did some sucker shit after the fight because he didn't.
He ain't
show
want to shake his
respect to
hand.
Tyson
Some
Fury.
shit. Yeah.
It was corny. That's corny.
plus,
yo. Talk
you
about I don't
can't-
respect you.
Yeah,
He
and
whooped your
plus,
ass 3 times.
you can't be talking
better-
about how you.
He beat the respect out of you, fam. You
Yeah.
don't have to show it. Your face is leaking. Like,
And plus,
that's the respect right there.
you
nigga.
can't be our representation for the culture and get your.
See,
ass
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. That's wrong. You can't do that. He should. He was never our representation for the culture.
By
wasn't.
default, yes,
That's
he
what I'm-
was.
But
By
that's what I'm
default, yes,
saying.
he was.
I
That
guess
was
that's
his rollout, though. I'm saying that was his rollout. You
he
know
did
that.
Do that. Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's why I said boxing always had the racial undertones. He chose the wrong white boy.
That was his
Right.
rollout.
That's all it was. That white boy whooped your ass.
So
for
Fury's
3
the man now.
fights.
And so in the heavyweight division, Fury's the man. Yeah. He got
Yeah.
all of them, or he just got a couple of them.
He actually has the belts that matters. There's
He
another
got-
belt.
It's
Oh, it's
another
one of
one. One of the other foreign white dudes beat Anthony Joshua. So I forgot his name, but I think the natural progression is for them to fight now.
To
And
unify
I think
it all.
I
Yeah.
think Fury will whoop his ass.
This nigga look like he
should.
drive fucking pet
Trucks.
supplies for a living, yo. Like
Right, that's what I'm saying. He came from nothing, man. Like he could really fight. Like he's a boxer. Like he's been boxing since he was 10. He said.
Right.
So he know how to fight, man. Like you could tell. Like he's a real fighter. Anthony Joshua just hit hard. He's not a boxer.
You're
There's
ready
no
to get
sweet
up outta
science
here.
over there. He's just hitting niggas. Like
You ready to get out of here and play some music?
I guess that was it on
Oh,
the list.
one more thing I wanted to show y'all. Hold on, one more thing before we go. I wanted to show y'all real quick.
Your
yo.
ring again, nigga. What's
Nah,
happening?
hold on, shit. Hold on.
Yo, he said he put his ring up like a chick and said these are black sapphires.
Fucked up now. But this one of the wedding signs and shit. for the
Okay.
wedding, right? If you take a close look right there, what you see on the wedding sign?
I can't see that.
What does that
What
say?
up?
Hold on.
Free Max. Oh shit.
Hold on.
I ain't
What does that say on the wedding sign?
Look, I said free Max B. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Free to wave.
Yo.
Hey, yo, she let you do that? That's
Nigga. I was
Yo.
going to do a whole speech at the end and was just like, yeah, I want to shout out a guest who couldn't make it this week. You know what I'm saying? Da-da-da-da-da. Charlie Wingate. Some may know him as but you know, her aunts
Don't
and
do
them is
that.
there. I mean,
Yo,
so I
if you
just
would've
snuck it in.
Fam, if you
On
would
the
have
wedding
did
sign.
that, I would have laughed so hard.
I snuck it in on the wedding sign. You feel me? So free the wave, man. She's super mad, yo. She's so mad, yo. Because we gotta print.
He
these
really
off
put
again.
free Max B on the wedding joint, bro.
Bro.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I see.
we gotta,
Yeah.
we gotta frame
ain't
these.
magic marker either. Like he told somebody to put that up there.
I did those. I created those.
Oh, you did?
The wedding signs,
Okay.
the seating charts. I made those. Man.
Nice. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm gifted. Man.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gifted, man.
So it was nothing else. That was it.
I
We ain't
think
been on
so.
for 2 weeks.
I think so. Let me see if we missed anything.
Shit happened in music. I like Young Thug's new project. I think that thing's
See,
smoking.
I did not listen to it yet, and mad people are saying that is good. I'm going to listen to it.
And here's my problem with it, though, right? I was listening to it, and this is like the reason why I like his is why I don't like Meek Mill's, because they sound the same on like one of the songs. I'm like, you can't tell who's who.
Well, Young Thug is just a better artist anyway.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Meek
He's a bigger artist,
their
like-
style to me. Instead of having his
Meek,
own,
Meek trying to steal.
that style is cool if they use it as theirs, but it's not Meek's style.
Yeah, and he's doing it on a couple records, and I don't like it.
Like, bro, that's not even you. That's them. Let them do them, and Young Thug sounds good doing it.
Hey, yo,
new music. Hold on. New music. Young Thug, Gucci dropped. I'm not listening to that. I'm good. Who else?
Hey, Flaw, who's
See, I'll listen to Coldplay before that. Like Coldplay.
Dang,
I'll listen to Coldplay before fucking.
who was the nigga that inboxed you like, yo, what's up with the episodes, yo? Like, who was that?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. At the further review, I think he was asking me for more OnlyFans content. I don't know.
Oh. Yo, you said that on the pod too. You wild. Yo, that's
nah, because I'm thinking about the shit. I'm like, nigga, like, yo, we need more content. I'm like, what you need? Podcast, brothers? Barz and Shotz? He said, nah, the other shit. I said, wait a minute.
Flaw, is this something you want to tell us, nigga?
Yo, I'm mad. See,
I didn't know.
I'm glad I never asked you all the nasty shit you was doing on there. So
I'm saying I didn't know
you got men
who he was.
You got men.
You don't see your followers. You don't see the people that do that because they come out with crazy names. Like they be like UFCK with no picture, so you don't know who's looking at you.
Hey, yo, your man from Power Drop, Rotimi.
Oh, he did.
You catch that? I like this last one. He came out one last year too.
Oh, the little singing nigga.
Yeah, light skin dude. What was his name on Power?
Dre or some shit.
Yeah, Dre on Power. Yeah, like he came out
one. He killed it.
Yeah, he got some dope shit. So other than that, man, because nothing came out last week. I don't think.
Nope, that's what I know. Good. Yeah, I was listening to Young Thug, but once again. The one thing I have a problem with is I be listening to their music and you don't know when it goes off. I didn't know I was done the Young Thug album until Kendrick started rapping.
What do you mean?
We got Kendrick on his album?
No, what I'm saying is when his 20 songs was over, it goes into other artists. And you just hear...
Yeah, you get, for one, you can... Well, I don't know. I know on Apple and Tidal, you can have it in the settings that it doesn't do that. Like, you can have it so it'll just play the same album over again, or it could just stop.
Right, but I was in the gym, so the music just kept going. I wasn't.
Oh, okay, got you.
But I'm saying I didn't know the album was over until I heard Kendrick. I said, "Oh shit, I know this voice." So I'm just saying, a lot of people's style is like so similar, and they all sound the same a little bit to me. Some people stand out, man, and like I said, I don't know how many songs I listened to that wasn't Young Thug. I just couldn't tell it was Young Thug until Kendrick started rapping.
This thing got 20 songs. It wasn't too long for you?
I was vibing to it, honestly.
I'm definitely gonna check it out though. I need to.
His 20 didn't seem long to me because I was doing something, and I was just letting it vibe.
He got Juice WRLD on the album. Post, ASAP, Gunna, T-Shine.
It's not bad. He finally, yeah, man.
Travis Scott. Okay. Mac Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They brought out something for Mac Miller dropped on Friday. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was like a mixtape that he put out earlier, but something Mac Miller, they put out something.
It's called Faces.
Yeah. I gotta listen to that too.
It's like 25 joints, Vince Staples on it, Mike Jones on it, Rick Ross.
Mike Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta listen to this. Schoolboy Q.
What is Mike Jones?
Because it's from like, it's not a recent album. It was one that I don't know if it just wasn't released, but it's from like, hold on. It's supposed to be old and they just re-released it or something. 2014.
Mike Jones wasn't hot. It was hot in 2001.
2014 though is when this was supposedly.
We're not here for skinny Mike Jones, bro. We need fat Mike Jones, yo.
I'm just saying. And Mike Jones feature ain't pushing the culture forward at all.
I'm just saying, you acting like the Mike Jones shit is like the single off the album. It's 25 joints on here. It's just a bunch of shit that didn't.
Nigga, Mike Jones went double platinum, bro. Like, how the fuck he ain't pushing the culture forward? He went double platinum, nigga.
I think you mad because never mind. You wish
back
you was
then
Mike
they
Jones,
didn't. Now I'm hot. They all.
Yo, let's talk. Hold on, before we get off, let's talk about how Flaw acted in that suit at your wedding, nigga. That nigga swore he was power.
Hey, yo,
he was on
all,
Ghost for power.
I ain't even going to tell niggas to call him James St. Patrick, right?
Yeah,
I heard
that was me.
Okay, he had his
so
vest
me and
on
wifey just sitting at the table, right, eating whatever, and we see Flaw walk up. Like, I guess he either. Because he went towards where you were sitting at, Ant. So he went that way. You could see this nigga walking, right? He was like, the way he was walking, he had his hands in his pockets with the vest on.
He was strutting.
It made it look like you slipped him like $50 to survey.
Like he was on the runway or some shit?
Yeah, like he was
posing for the single ladies there.
Right.
And from what I understand.
He was either posing or security, either or. Like you look like you had something on him.
Yo, shout out to my my ex coworkers at Granger and shit. You know what I'm saying? They came through. They were sitting at the table next. Matter of fact, at the same table you was, Jarrell.
At the same table we was, right?
Yeah, my boy Chris, the white boy Chris and shit. He came out to the courtyard while we were taking pictures. My mom thought he was hotel security. Bitch, I almost hit the floor, yo. Bitch, I almost hit the floor, yo.
Talk about the white dude with the suit, like he had a tie on.
Heavy set white dude. Yeah, he was one of the only ones there, like if not the only one.
Because he was there.
Shout out to my niece,
right next to us.
My new niece and her boyfriend for stealing the show. So you know it's customary at the wedding to throw the bouquet and motherfucking throw the garter belt, right?
Saw that.
So my wife throws the bouquet, her niece catches it. I throw the garter belt, her boyfriend catches it. So he puts he was trying to catch it.
Okay.
Like he wanted to catch it. Yes. I mean, he wanted to catch that bit. So he caught it. And I think he put the garter on to like knocking the boots or some shit like that. One of them H-Town songs. And he got a little bit too frisky. And my sister-in-law came and snatched his ass up. It's on video. That shit was the funniest ever. Shout out to him attempting to do the Cupid shuffle. That was obvious.
Oh, you talk about the white dude that was out here.
Yeah, that's my niece's.
We did see, okay, we did see.
That's my niece's boyfriend.
We did see a white dude out there trying to do the shuffle, going left when he was supposed to go right and up.
So many people came up to me like, "Yo, who is that? He is so brave." Like,
yo, you don't remember? Did you
remember?
Fam, he looked like
it's a white guy at every party doing that, bro. That's what they do, man.
What was Napoleon
I'm glad
Dynamite
he did,
brother, fam? What's Napoleon Dynamite brother that had the black chick?
Yo, you funny as hell, yo.
What's his name, fam?
Nah, shout out to him because you know he got out
cool
of
though. Nah.
He went out there and danced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was,
more I could say for other niggas that was there.
Yo, I tried to get Flaw to go out there, fam, for the garter belt shit. He wouldn't do it.
I wasn't doing that.
Oh, I know he wasn't, man.
Single though.
But you know, there was several love connections made at the wedding. I must say, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say
Flaw,
on the
you was one of them.
He was definitely
by
one
yourself, man. What's happening?
He definitely was one of them. I ain't gonna put him out there like that. I'm gonna just throw the shades on.
Because I was gonna ask you,
one of them, but I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
I was just because I was gonna say
he was definitely one of the love connections that happened over the weekend at my wedding. Like, man.
So like, I was gonna say you didn't want to bring sand to the beach, so you went by yourself. So what's happening? Like you had the hotel room there. What happened?
I was chilling watching football.
Oh, that's what.
Right.
I mean, chilling watching football. You said.
Yeah.
All
Did you order Domino's? Did you order Domino's?
All the games were over after the shit. Like,
was this nigga? Yo,
was it?
I asked him, did he order Domino's? He said no, but I bought a DiGiorno.
At a DiGiorno joint, waiting at the joint. I did.
This nigga is hilarious, yo.
What's up with you and nasty pizza, fam?
This nigga had a whole 3-course meal.
Why do you like pizza not made by a pizzeria?
With dessert. If motherfucking had a DiGiorno in the room, this nigga is funny, man.
No, here's the thing, though. I bought the DiGiorno before the wedding. They didn't have a microwave in there. By the time they got me the microwave, it was already too late. So when I walked into the room, the microwave was there.
Oh, they brought one to your room.
They brought one to you. Oh, this nigga really thought he was. You really thought you was Ghost from Power. They bringing me a microwave now.
They Yo, niggas was on me and shit. Like, yo, Ant, man, I ain't know it was gonna be like this, yo. Niggas told me you rented the whole second floor out and shit. I'm like, nigga, I didn't rent no whole second floor. They like, yo, get us the room.
See how people be talking?
Yo, nigga was like, yo, you get us a room, man. Niggas told me you rented the whole second floor. I said, bro, I did not rent the whole second floor. We got a complimentary suite on the second floor.
Right.
And I rented one for my daughter.
Responsible for your own room.
Nigga, if you can go up there if you want to, you're gonna get a bill slid under the door, bro. I don't have nothing to do with that. It was crazy.
So they thought they could just come and you could get them rooms and shit?
Nigga,
like you was.
Because I told niggas I had hotel block. Like I told everybody we had.
They don't know what that
block.
means.
No, apparently not. Because I swear to you, 2 motherfuckers came up to me. One of them was like, "Yo, niggas told me you had the whole second floor on Smash. Yo, I know we can get a room." I'm like, "No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't."
No.
Then the other nigga like, "Yo, you know what I mean? Nigga said you had the block. Yo, what's up, man? Will I just go to the front and give him your name?" I said, "Bro, it's over for that shit, bro. You got to give him under your name and the shit like 160. 160? Yeah.
Or go home.
Or you can drive home. Like,
or you can go home.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga stayed.
I had to go home because I had to get the kids, so we couldn't get a room.
Couple niggas stayed.
I had to actually leave. I was mad as hell.
Oh, word? Oh,
you had to get the kids.
Oh, yeah.
We had to get the kids.
Bitch, my kids
couldn't do the overnight thing because they had school the next day and shit.
Oh, they didn't go to school. Bitch, we gave them melatonin in the game.
What?
Yes. We gave them melatonin in the game. Go upstairs.
Man,
no, they weren't just my
hilarious.
babies. No, it wasn't just my 2 little boys. It was, you know what I mean, my older son and they older cousins. It was like 6 of them in the room and shit, chilling, playing the games.
That's the first time I met your oldest daughter and she did the speech. That was dope.
Yo, shout out to my daughter, yo. Let me just tell y'all real quick, yo, before we get off this. Shout out to my daughter, yo. Number one, she made me so proud. She looked so beautiful, you know what I mean? Secondly, yo, she went up there and spoke so eloquently and quoted some lineage from, we related to Paul Robeson way down the line and shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I be bullshitting, but my family from Princeton. My mom's side, they all from Princeton. And, you know what I'm saying? That's where Paul Robeson was from and shit. So, my grandfather told my mom and she told me, and we keep them stories alive, and I keep them through my daughter. And she quoted the great Paul Robeson at my wedding, and that meant everything to me. I wanted to cry, but my makeup, I had some makeup on and shit.
You had makeup on? I'm glad you admitted that, sir.
I had fucking makeup on.
I'm just playing.
Someone asked me soon. She was like, "Yeah, we're gonna be taking pictures. You don't want just no little foundation." I'm like, "Yo, if you don't get
foundation,"
I'm like, "Yo, if you don't," she like, "It's gonna make your face stand." I'm like, "Yo,
women so
always
crazy.
test you.
Why women think we'd do that?
Yo, I'm like, yo, I'm not little Richard.
But she know you, right? Why would she think you like,
with me.
You give me a little rouge right here? I'm cool.
I mean,
why would you think you? Why would she think you would say yeah? Like,
it was a beautiful day again, bro. I'm glad niggas showed up, bro. I had a ball. We still keep calling ourselves wife and hubby at home. That shit gonna die out probably next week sometime.
Told you. I give you 2 weeks.
Like, wife, come here all day. Everything is my wife. Everything. I mean, so until she pissed me off, it's gonna stay like that.
So you still gonna call her Jones?
Of course.
That's what's up.
She will never be not called Jones. You know
I figured that.
And I told her I wanted her to keep her last name as well, because I know how much it meant to me to give my last name to my kids. Your last name is important just as mine. So I mean, so
she's keeping her. It's not hyphenated.
She's hyphenating.
Okay.
She's hyphenating her name. You know what I'm saying? Which I want her to do. I want her to keep her lineage and keep mine as well. You know what I mean?
Both families seemed like they got along. Everything was cool. That was dope. From the outside looking in, it didn't seem like any drama. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying from the outside. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm just saying.
But you know how that shit go, bro. It's weddings. You know what I'm saying? It's always some goofy shit. Niggas wanted to show up in Timbs, and we told them they couldn't. A nigga, 3 days before the wedding, a nigga text us, my wife's phone was just like, "Yo, cousin, I bought a long sleeve shirt, some crisp jeans, and some Timbs. That's good." And she like, "No, nigga." Like, he like, "Well, I ain't got nothing else to wear." So she like, "Well, if you can't find nothing else to wear, you might as well don't come." So he there with his wife, mad as hell, because he got to wear some button down and some slacks and some D shit. He's sitting at the table. He's sitting at the table next to y'all, hot, bro. Like, he was hot, yo. But he ain't even speak to me, bro. He was that mad. He had to wear some slacks to the wedding, bro. So shout out to him for showing up. They didn't leave us a card, but it's okay. They didn't leave us a card.
Crazy.
It's all good though, bro.
Crazy.
It's all
man.
good.
You ready to get off?
Yeah, let's get it, bro. I got a song today, I think.
Do you have anything new?
Yes.
Unknown caller.
What was that?
Of course, that was me. People, bill collectors, bro. They don't care what day it is.
They be on you on Sunday
They
afternoon.
do. They act like just be respectful. They don't give a fuck.
Like, you can at least be respectful. You ain't have to call me on Sunday 3 something.
And it's
All right, man.
football
Salute to
time.
everybody. We about to get offline. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for checking us out.
All right, y'all.
Be easy.
Later.